The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Histórias, os caminhos, o destino que eu mudei, cenas do meu filme em branco e preto que o vento levou e o tempo traz entre todos os amores e amigos de você me lembro mais. Pessoas que a gente não esquece, nem se esquecer. O primeiro namorado, uma estrela da TV, personagens do meu livro de memórias que um dia rasguei do meu cartaz. Entre todas as novelas e romances de você, me lembro mais. Fazendo, desbotam alguns, uns ficam iguais, entre corações que tenho tatuados de você, me lembro mais. De você, não esqueço jamais.
That'll do, wouldn't it? I got that right. I downloaded 2 albums that I thought would be a load of old rubbish. Right? I thought there'd be a load of old rubbish that we could have as background music for the show. Okay, so that right. So one of them is this. Years to ride, will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job and I want to be a paperback writer. So there's picking on the Beatles, no G on picking, which is just like bluegrass versions of It's been a hard day's night, and I've been picking like a dog. Is that, right? So I downloaded that. That fits the bill. Then the other one's called Bossa and Beatles, right? It's bossa nova versions of the Beatles by a woman called Rita Lee. Now, obscure pop historians will know Rita Lee is from the Brazilian, I think, avant-garde 60s psychedelic group Os Mutantes. So I was expecting it to be a load of old rubbish. Not saying Os Mutantes rubbish, they're not, but they're quite far out. But it's all brilliant. It's all absolutely... Let's just dive in. I wouldn't necessarily call this bossa nova, but... Oh, here we go.
This is bossa nova.
This is great.
Picture yourself.
This is great.
On a boat, on a river, with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope.
That sounds to me, that is brilliant, right? And that's, to me, sounds...
Stick a stone, it's the end of the road.
It's
the rest of a stump.
It's like the same song.
A sliver of glass, it is life, it's the sun.
We used to play this on the Old Rabbit Hole on the Saturday morning.
That's a great
bit
song.
in Portuguese, do you remember?
Yeah. Well, this is Joyce and some bloke. I love... This is the only occasion, right? The only occasion I phoned up a radio station before Shazam. I phoned up a radio station to ask what the song was. It was that. It was GLR, as BBC London once was. It was GLR. It was about 11:30 at night. I must have heard, from about here.
It's the promise of life in your heart.
And I'm in my car going, what?
A stone,
The end of the load,
the rest of a stone,
a lonesome road,
a sliver of glass,
a life, the sun,
a night, the death.
the end of the run, and the riverbank talks of the waters of March.
It's the end of all strength.
It's the joy in your heart.
So I'm listening to this going, this is the most mind-blowing thing I've ever heard. Pulled over in my car, thinking, right, get pen and paper, they're going to say what this is. Here we go, they're going to say what it is. Pen, got pen? Got a bit of paper, right. What's it called? Who's it by? And they never said. So I had to phone up BBC GLR. So I said, that song you just played, what was it? It was Joyce, Waters of March.
Agua de Março.
There we go. Thank you very much
The
indeed.
one I've got is Elis Regina, who's wonderful, died too young. And there's a brilliant, if you look on YouTube, there's her, and I think it's Carla Shobim singing it together, both with fags on.
This is what we need. More people singing with fags on. So this whole bossa nova Beatles is just...
She loves you. She loves you. She loves you. You think you lost your love.
Jeez, that's so sexy. And because I'm having a real Beatles kick, right? You remember last week we ordered online, live! By the way, this is the late night alternative with me, Iain Lee. She's Catherine Boyle.
Yeah.
Sam's here, but only for a day. Then it's all downhill.
Really? Again?
Yeah.
Sam, what have I told you about not going away ever again?
Don't go away ever again. 0344 499 1000. By the way, you're listening on DAB. Maybe you've downloaded the app, or maybe you're watching us on youtube.com/Iain Lee, and you can watch the show happening live, guys. And I'm wearing a Kids in the Hall t-shirt for those wondering. Kids in the Hall. I'm crush your head. So live last week we ordered Beatles Trivial Pursuit. It came.
You said it was going to be too tricky for me.
Yeah. It came. It just cost me about 11 quid, right? You get, what's that? 80 cards, 100 cards, right? The questions, it's an insult. I was expecting some really tough stuff, right? All right, we've done that card. Hang on. What?
Hey?
With that question, okay. Okay. Okay, well, some of these are quite hard. Okay, some of these are quite hard, actually. Who was the lead... All right, let's do this then. Some of these are quite hard. Which Beatle played the character Musketeer Gripweed? It was John Lennon in the movie War. What is it good for? Oh, How I Won the War. Now, here's the thing. The American albums are different, so I'm slightly stuck with the American. What US album cover claims it is the first album by England's phenomenal pop combo? Now, the first album in the UK was Please Please Me and 12 other hits. But in the United States, it would be, I bet it's called Beatles First. I'm going to say Beatles First.
I think it's called Here's Them Bloody Beatles.
Meet the Beatles. Meet
There
the
we
Beatles.
go.
Okay.
Pretty much Here's
Who
Them
was the
Bloody
lead
Beatles.
singer in John's first band? That's a good question.
Oh.
Who was the lead singer in John's
John?
Yeah, I would say John. Yeah, it was John. Yeah.
Because it was John's band.
What is the only Beatles song written by George with the word love in the title? What is the only Beatles song written by George with the word love in its title? Now, George didn't write many songs, so we can work it out.
It's not that.
Very well done, thank you. I think it was called Love You Too. Is that a song? Love You Too from Revolver. Thank you very much indeed. What 1966 film features music composed by Paul, stars Hayley Mills? I believe it's called The Family Way. The Family Way. Thank you very much indeed. And who wrote the screenplay for A Hard Day's Night? That's a tough question. That's a question that most Beatles fans... It's Owen. Alan Owen. Alan Owen. Alan Owen. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's...
Are you going to play with yourself all night?
Honestly, what a waste of money. And this whole weekend, I've had a really good weekend. Partly because I didn't take drugs or get high. Wow! But in other news, I had a really good weekend. It was a theatrical weekend because I had the boys Saturday, because it's Easter holiday, and I like to take the boys to see plays. I like to take my kids to see plays. We go and see movies and stuff. I like to go and see plays, you know. So Saturday we went and saw Tiddler and Other Tales at the Reading Hexagon.
Oh, Tiddler.
It was good. It was Tiddler. It was the smartest giant in town. It was A Squash and a Squeeze. It's all those stuff. It was good. It was good, right? And then at short notice, I had the kids on Sunday because my missus was working. So I was like, right, okay, let's see what we can find. And loads of people on Twitter had suggested the Polka Theatre in Wimbledon.
Right.
The Polka Theatre. And I looked, and they had a show on at 11 in the morning, and they had a different show on at 2:30 in the afternoon. It's like, right, fine, we're having this, we're having a day of it. So I booked tickets to the Polka Theatre, and the first show was called Much Ado About Puffin.
Hey!
And it was, and the second show was Chocolate Cake, based on the Michael Rosen book. I saw Michael Rosen the other day. I was at the BBC a couple of weeks ago, and the door opened, and as it opened, Michael Rosen walked past, and I got all starstruck. I got all flustered. And I really wanted to go out and say, I just want to say thank you. Man, thank you, because I've always thought you're brilliant since I was a kid, and now my kids think you're brilliant, and I like the show you do on Radio 4, and I just want to say thank you. And I didn't, because people do it to me, and I'm aware of how crushingly uncomfortable it is for them to do it to me, and I didn't want to feel crushingly uncomfortable, so I didn't. But so we saw these two shows, right? And it was crappy weather, and the plan was to, and they were both great. Okay, both great. Although I'm going to say this: when I do children's play, I'm going to have just speaking in it. You know, enough of this. But
there's a lot of that.
There was that in a couple of them actually. But they were really, really good plays. I don't want that to come across as a criticism. But as in the
was it theatre for the French?
Yeah, my youngest said, "Daddy, why are there no words?" And I was thinking, yeah, you know. But there's a thing, and the kids loved it, right? It's really tricky. Because my boys are 6 and 8, and I personally felt that a couple of the shows were a little bit young for them. And I said to them, do you feel that these shows are a bit young for you? They said, no, we really enjoyed it. But I suspect, had we gone 6 months later, the 8-year-old might have felt a little bit... There was lots of kiddies, you know, little ones. But they enjoyed it, and that's the thing. But it's really tricky to find stuff for 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds. There's stuff for, 10 up, and there's stuff for babies and toddlers, but that middle ground, man alive, if some budding theatrical company can find plays for 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds, man alive, you've got literally tens of pounds you could make there.
My 9-year-old's starting to get quite grown up in a lot of ways, you know, just to look at her, she's very leggy and, you know, so you can't really pick her up anymore. It's like picking up a spider, it's all limbs. And she's becoming a bit aware of herself, whereas, you know, the 6-year-old's still bombing around, doesn't give a monkeys if her knickers are showing. So things are changing. Yeah, things are changing. They're growing up. That's part of it. But we had a really good day. And the Polka Theatre is absolutely brilliant. There's kind of stuff to do there. There's like a little library section and a little play section, and it's a really cool little theatre. Really, you know. Really, really nice venue. And the shows are great. All the shows are great. I'm not in any way knocking them at all. And you know, after one of them, we went and got pictures of the puppets and all of that kind of stuff. But the plan had been, because it's in Wimbledon, was to go to the first show, have a couple of hours, go to the park, have a kick around and go and see the second show. But it was raining. Wow. So we went to the park for a bit, and then I realised it was stupid because we were getting soaked. So it was in Wimbledon. So I thought, right, well, let's go to the shops in Wimbledon and do a little charity shop run. And so we did. We went into a charity shop. I think it was Oxfam. I'd have to double check. I'm pretty sure it was Oxfam, but I don't want this to be a pile-on just because they sexually exploit children and women in poverty-stricken regions, as you know. But I think it was Oxfam. So we went in, and we're having a look around, and my eldest found a Subbuteo set.
for £3.50.
With all the players?
All the players,
wow.
yeah. And my youngest found like an Angry Birds. It's basically Ludo, but with Angry Birds for £2.50. And we got that. And then he's pointed out there was a Horrid Henry box set of 30 books. Now, I'm not a massive fan of Horrid Henry.
I ate that kid.
Yeah, I don't like Horrid Henry. I personally don't think it's written that well. But I was thinking about this a lot, because I've been thinking a lot about Horrid Henry this weekend. I don't like them. I don't think they're written that well. But the boys love them. And you know what? That'll do for me. The boys love them. So actually, I'm going to rein back on some of my snobbishness. Emily, Chris, Paul and Caddick, stay there. We'll get you in a bit. So I'm going to rein back on my snobbishness on Horrid Henry. So I'm sniffing. What it is. I know it's not drugs, so that's the main thing. And as Ringo says, so we saw this Horrid Henry box set, and I thought, well, that's 30 books. It was quite tatty. I thought, that'll be a tenner. I'll buy that for a tenner. And I looked, right, and it had the RRP, so what it would sell for in the shops. £97, okay. Then it had the Oxfam sticker on. £45.
What?
£45. Now, in Oxfam, you make impulse buys, right? At 45 quid's not an impulse buy. That's a phone call to the bank to make sure you can cover it. So I did the thing that you're not really supposed to do, and I went online. The book people are brilliant. If you want to get box sets, go to the book people. But I went straight to Amazon, and I looked. And there's loads of different Horrid Henry box sets. But the Horrid Henry box set that was there, brand new, was 23 quid.
Wow, and they were charging 45.
45 quid for a tatty old one.
Already been read.
Yeah, and it was tatty. It was in a really bad state. And my son was disappointed. I said, do you know what? Your other brother's got, your brother's got a couple of box sets. I'll buy you the box set, but we'll get it sent. You'll get it in the week. Mm-hmm. And he was kind of cool with that. But I just thought, flipping it, the prices. And it's the same. It's not just Oxfam. And people saying, London prices. It wasn't London. Well, it was Wimbledon, I suppose. But the same with their records, right? Their records. Never buy records from Oxfam, because what they do is they get sent away to a record person who gets the record collector's guide to album prices, and he'll do it as though they're mint. So you can pay in Oxfam for, something that's maybe not 10 a penny, but is, for a tatty copy of Sgt. Pepper, for example, you can pay 25 quid without the inserts. And it's at the pricing in charity shops. Forget the scandal of the sex workers. Forget the, raping children abroad. Forget that. The greater scandal is the fortune they charge for their tat in there. I go in there because I want to have a rifle through the CDs and buy a couple of CDs. If a CD is more than a quid, I'm thinking, nah, it's not worth it. Sometimes you get sometimes the pricing in charity shops, not Oxfam, but other ones, it's the old dears that do it. And their pricing is based on, 1963. I was in Golders Green in London, and I went into a charity shop, and I was looking at the records, and the old dear said, I'm just about to price up some records, if you'd like to wait. I went, sure, okay. And she had these, Elvis 40 greatest hits, right? You'll have seen it in charity. It was a brown double album, brown and kind of sort of gold, but Elvis 40 golden greats or something it's called, right? And that album, double album, that's £2.50. That's a £2.50 album because you get it everywhere. She put, now, let me see, okay, £15. £15? What? She was literally I then had to pretend to flick through them and just thought, it's just so this is it, guys. Charity shops, their overpricing is outrageous. 0344 499 1000. We've got loads of other stuff to talk about. It's a busy night tonight. This is the late night alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Here we go. So my mate Andy Carn, who once ruined the end of Series 4 of Lost for me, has tweeted me a Beatles question. Brian Epstein, 1962. Brian Epstein, 1965. Paul McCartney, 1966. Mike McCartney, 1969. What's the connection? That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know. We'll have a little think on it. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. The other thing I wanted to talk about, there's loads of calls, but I'm on a roll. So, as Tina Turner was singing there, I'm going to roll with it. Oh, by the way, I chucked an Oasis album away after only listening to half of it at the weekend. Everyone said to me, right, I bought this about a year ago. Because I hate Oasis. Everyone said to me, the one Oasis album you'll like, The Master Plan. It's all the B-sides and they're brilliant. They're better than the singles. It's like having a greatest hits collection of songs you've never heard of, but that you want to hear. So I bought it for £1 on Amazon. And I just had it kind of lying around. I found it at the weekend. I thought I'd taken the boys out. I stacked up the car, right, with music for the boys. So their journey consisted of Gene Clark, Oasis, and Ivor Cutler. That was their journey, and they I think they enjoyed Ivor Cutler. So I put on the Oasis, The Master Plan. Everyone said, "Oh no, seriously, I'm not an Oasis fan, but I love that record. That is." I mean, he wrote he was writing B-sides that were better than the A-sides. And I listened to it. And first song's all right. Second song's all right. Third song's the same as the first two songs. And I just thought, this is utter rubbish. So I listened to about 6 songs of it. Out it came, straight in the bin. Awful. What's a load of old rubbish? Absolute guff. So everyone that told me I should buy The Master Plan by Oasis, shame on you. Go and have a long, hard look at yourselves in the mirror, you musical deviants. But here's the thing that's really got me scratching my head. Eyebrows. What the hell is going on with eyebrows? I don't get eyebrows. I'm going to say it. And it's not just women. I'm not eyebrow shaming women. I'm eyebrow shaming men. I don't get it. They're all different. Because, listen, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to come out and say this, right? I have a bit of a monobrow. I have just a little shave there. That's my pruning. Just a little. It's just a few. It's a little in the middle and it goes and it's fine. Right? That's it. That's it. And I get plucking eyebrows. I get plucking eyebrows. But plucking hell. I do not get what is going on with eyebrows. Because some women and men have got really thick, straight ones. Some have got really thin, arch ones. Some, I know this is a thing where people shave off their eyebrows and tattoo them on. They tattoo on their eyebrows. Some look like they're drawn on, by a drunk man in the dark. I got no idea. Some look like they're done with a big, thick magic mark. I've got no idea what the hell is going on with eyebrows. I've just got no idea. I don't understand what on earth is going on in the world of eyebrows. So if anybody can phone me up tonight and explain young person's eyebrows, 0344 499 1000. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Young women's eyebrows have got bigger and more defined. In the 90s, we all but plucked them off. It was like the sort of 1930s, tiny line. Do you remember?
I do, yeah.
Which was a bit of a shame. My mum would never let me, and thank goodness she didn't, because they don't grow back the same. But now they're really big, and I do quite like a bushy eyebrow, but keep it looking semi-natural. I like you. I'm a bit put off by the Sharpie type eyebrow. Well, like they're being coloured in. And men seem to be getting smaller.
Men's are all over the place. You know,
So I think some men are going to women who pluck their eyebrows like women's eyebrows.
Yeah. Well, I would never if you're going to get your eyebrows plucked, don't get it done go to someone who's got a shop, not someone who's got a reclining chair in the middle of a shopping mall. That seems to be a thing, doesn't it? But here's the thing, you made me think, and I was really trying to make the show family friendly, and do you know what? We can't. So let's just go straight there. If women are reverting back to the bushy eyebrow, does that mean women will revert back, and I pray to God they do, to the bushy bush?
I think they might, actually.
They must do.
They've started to realise that, 1, it's a lot of maintenance, and 2, it's there for a reason. It's there for a reason.
Well, there's
like the eyelashes of the...
Someone told me that eyebrows were there to keep jam off your forehead. I don't know if that's... Someone tweeted that. I don't know if that's actually true.
I don't think women will stop pruning their nether regions while the pants are so small.
We have an answer for the Beatles question. Brian Epstein, 1962. Brian Epstein, 1965. Paul McCartney, 1966. Mike McCartney, 1969.
Can I have a guess?
Yeah.
Did they get beaten up?
No, best man at each Beatles' first wedding. Oh. There we go, you see, well done. 0344 499 1000. Charity shops, eyebrows. We haven't even started yet, guys. We haven't even started yet. We've got shed loads for tonight. Right, let's get through these. He used to be known as John Paul. Even though his real name is just John, we call him Paul. It's Paul.
Hello, Ian.
There was a good build-up, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, very impressive.
Thanks very much indeed. It's my job. It's my job to build up the mundane. Not being rude. I don't mean to be rude. That came across as rude, and I didn't mean it to be rude, and I retract it henceforthwith.
Can I, just for my notes, John Paul, are you being John Paul or John Paul or John or Paul?
I'm sticking with Paul. I'm rolling with it.
Yeah, he's rolling with Paul.
I'm going to put an asterisk because I think this might be a phase.
Okay, that's fine.
It could be, yeah. I still feel like I'm referring to myself in the third person at the moment.
People actually do that, don't they? Some people actually, because it's like a comedy trope on television, but some people do refer to themselves in the third person.
Yeah.
I bet Julia Hartley-Brewer does. I bet
Julia's not happy.
Yeah, I bet she does. She seems the sort. Anyway, Paul, that was mean-spirited, and, of course, since I was bullied in the jungle, I'm not allowed to criticise anyone else, according to arseholes on Twitter. Remind me in a minute to tell you why I'm handing in my blue tick on Twitter. I'm making a stand. It's not a blue tick, it's a white tick. Blocked. Everybody that says, actually, it's not a blue tick, it's a white tick. Muted or blocked. You just don't know which. Anyway, Paul, what have you got for us tonight, sir?
I've got a new quiz for you tonight. Got a new quiz. Hops or horses?
Hops or horses? All right. Yeah, it sounds absolutely great. Let me see if I can get. Hang on a minute. Let me get some. See if I can get some appropriate sounds in the background. Hang on a minute. Here we go. This should. Oh, we've got to skip these adverts. Oh dear. Here we go. Oh, hang on a minute. Here we go. Right. Here we go. Some appropriate. Here we go. This is some appropriate sound effects. Away you go. Horse or hops?
Hops or horses? Is it a hop or is it a horse? Hop being the clippity-clop, a horse like a dog with big legs.
Hang on. That sound effect was only 40 seconds long. Here we go. 12 hours of a horse. Let's skip this. I've got to skip the advert. Dearie me. 12 hours of a horse galloping. Jesus, that horse must be tired. Here we go. Here, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we ready?
Request.
Hang on. Here we go. Yes, go.
Is it a hop or is it a horse?
When you say a hop, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, I need to clarify. A hop, like in the sense of a beer, like a real ale.
Oh, right.
Okay, yep.
We got you. We're in.
Yep.
Right. First one, top of the shop. Thoroughbred Gold or the Emperor?
Hang on a minute.
Thoroughbred.
You've given us two. This doesn't work as a premise. You've given us two, and we have to say hop or horse.
Well, yeah. So we'll go for which one is the horse?
The second one.
Emperor.
The Emperor.
Yeah.
The Emperor died at the Grand National in 1891. Fell, broke his back while running back to the stables. Correct.
Wow, this is
ex-horse.
This has taken a very dark turn in question one. A little bit of light-hearted Monday evening fun, and now we're imagining horses with their spines snapped. My first osteopath was a lovely lady called Sarah. And she was quite short, about 5'2", and she gave me the joys of back clicking. And she used to be an equestrian osteopath.
Oh, gosh.
For, I think, the Canadian Olympic team.
So before she worked on you, did she ride you around the paddock a few times?
Yeah, I should have been so lucky. And she had to go and click the backs of horses. And I said, God, I bet that was a sound. And she said it was amazing. And what she would do is she would pick up their leg and sort of just manipulate it slightly, then sort of push it up. And their whole spine, imagine a horse's spine clicking.
Yeah.
Wowzers. I love it. Do you
want to hear my horse story?
Yeah, of course we do, don't we, Paul?
First time I rode a horse, they took me out on a hack, and I'd never ridden a horse before,
yes.
And they made it gallop. and I was holding on so hard with my thighs.
Here we go, lads.
For
the dads at home, close your eyes. Imagine you're that horse.
That my legs at the inside, but like the inside of my knees, were like carpet burns against the horse.
At least that's what she told her husband. Hey,
I was about 70.
Hey, inappropriate, naughty horse. Okay, question 2.
Question 2. Exceedingly sweet or iron horse?
Exceedingly sweet is the horse.
Exceedingly Sweet died 12th November 2016 at Wolverhampton.
So these are
coming off the bend, fatally injured.
God, is this like a subliminal anti-horse riding quiz that you're sneaking into Talk Radio's broadcast antenna? What?
No. Iron Horse, for instance, that was 4.8% from Hepworth Brewery.
Okie doke. Next question. Question number... I tell you what, here we go. Hang on a second. This is what we do. Alan, question 3 is for you, buddy. Hang on. Alan? Oh, for crying out loud. He's been on the phone for about 20 minutes.
And this is his specialist subject.
And he's fallen asleep. This is like a wet dream for you, Alan, and you are asleep. It's a horse... try him anyway, Paul. Try Sleeping Alan Caddick with a horse-based question, which is the title of my autobiography coming out in May.
Fiddle in the Rye or Shaky Gift?
He said Shaky Gift.
He said Shaky Gift.
Yep.
Shaky Gift.
He's a horse.
At Fakenham, 15th November 2016, injured, destroyed.
Alan Caddick got it right and he was asleep. Well done, Alan. How do you feel, Alan? Okay, he's dead chuffed. Okay. Next question, Paul.
Quite soothing, like the sound of the sea. Next question.
The sound of the sea.
Rip and Roar or Newcastle Brown?
Oh, Rip and Roar is the horse.
Whoa, no. This is one of them.
Trick.
It's one of those TQs. Newcastle Brown Ale is the drink. And it's not made with hops. So Newcastle Brown is the horse.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it's a final answer, buddy.
Rip Roar went wrong. Fatal injuries, Ripon, 7th of June 2017. Oh, close.
Hang on a minute. Newcastle Brown Ale isn't made with hops.
Well, that's probably one for the edit. Even the best.
Right, I'm cutting you off. Cutting him off. You can't change the... No, I've cut him off.
Flimsy.
Absolute flimsy bullshine. What a load of flimsy whimsy. Oh, man. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. And for all our new listeners, this is as heavy as it gets. I am getting rid of my blue tick on Twitter, and I'd just like to read... Once I work out how to do it, I've been arguing with a Twitter bot today, and I can't quite find out how you do it. But, hang on a minute, let me go to my profile and read my statement out. Because I am returning my Twitter blue tweet. It's my posted, pinned tweet. Dear Twitter, I am returning my blue tick as a protest against Britain's involvement in the Brexit thing, against our support of real Donald Trump, and against the late-night alternative losing listeners. With love, Iain Lee of Well. And I think I'm going to be the first celebrity to ever return their blue tick. And if anybody is tweeting to me, yes, it's a white tick, then you should, you can shove that white tick right up your jacksie, sunshine, and you're going to be muted. So it's as simple as that. It really is as simple as that. Let's go to Chris. Good evening, Chris.
Hi, Iain. How you doing?
I'm fine. Were you just juggling the telephone then?
I was juggling... I don't know what I was juggling.
Hey!
Dirty boy.
Dirty boy. Dirty boy.
My imagination.
Here's the thing about phone sex.
Oh, no.
I don't get it. Enough. Hey? No. I don't get it. Enough? Hey? No, I don't get it, right? Because, so hang on a minute. I'm supposed to... Right, so you're supposed to say dirty things to me. Dirty things. And I'm supposed to pleasure myself. Then I'm supposed to say dirty things to you. And we're supposed to go... And then... But then...
Rigsby.
Right, but then here's the thing, right? Supposing I finish... Right, I finished...
Then it'd be like Caddick.
Well, then what? Then
Actually, maybe that's what happened with Caddick.
I finish... I'm ignoring that horrific image. So I finish, right? And then I've got to... Then I've got to carry
feign
on.
interest, yeah.
But then I suppose that could be like real sex,
Yeah,
couldn't
exactly.
it? It could be like real sex.
Pretend you're interested.
Or are you supposed to... I suppose you're supposed to finish at the same... It just seems a faff. It just seems a faff.
Shouldn't the lady go first?
But then, here's the thing. But then, supposing the lady finishes. Sorry, Chris, we'll be with you in a second. If you can shed any light on this, do pipe up.
No, I've got nothing to add.
Okay, good lad. His missus is listening. So the lady finishes, right? This is the problem. You get out of sync. The lady finishes. So then she's like, "Now I want you to finish. Now I'm gonna." I'm gonna play with your willy. I'm gonna tickle your testicles, and I'm gonna kiss your kiss. I'm not doing it to you, Chris. Chris is getting off on this.
I'll be finished in a minute. Carry on. Make it up.
Make it up.
I'm gonna.
I'm joking.
I'm gonna tickle your testicles, and I'm gonna.
Oh no.
Tweak your nipples.
I'm gonna kiss your willy.
So it's my grandchild's birthday today. I was going to play in this, but maybe not.
No. And right, so then the gentleman ends, right, and he goes, "Oh, that was great. I really enjoyed that."
Anyway, sorry, it was a wrong number.
No, then she goes, "Oh, that's got me all frisky again." You go, "Oh, flipping it. No, really? Yeah, I'm all frisky again now." You go, and because if you're a gentleman, she can't go, "I'm sorry, love." Right, you can't do the.
Because they sort yourself out.
So
yes, you go. Sorry, it's breaking up. We're breaking up.
I just couldn't be bothered with it. So I apologise to everyone who's been emailing me asking me for that. Anyway, Chris, what? It's Dirty Chris is his first time. Is it your first time calling us, Chris?
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much do I have to pay for this?
Outrageous. Do you see?
We're paying you.
Listen, do you see the levels? This is why I don't want any new callers anymore, because the levels they drag us down to. Maybe it's the rhythmic pounding of the horse hooves that's
It is a literary device, the horse, for rampant masculinity.
Anyway, Chris, what have you got for us this evening?
Well, nothing as interesting as that.
Oh.
Unfortunately. No, I also got that Beatles Trivial Pursuit.
It's rubbish, isn't it?
Well, I don't know, I'm torn, because when you said it, I was reading through, and you've got things like, according to a 1964 Beatles single, "What Can't Money Buy?"
Oh, God.
And the worst one is George Harrison's Apple Jam song, and the title is "It's Johnny's Birthday," was recorded in honour of which Beatle?
Oh, man.
Gosh. Which one was it, though?
I'm going to pick a card at random. Here we go.
I like the one about John's band, who was the lead singer of John's band.
Which Beatle performs a solemn piece at the start of Let It Be? Piano piece at the start of Let It Be?
Paul.
There we go. We're going to say Paul. OK. Which Beatle is shown in profile on the Revolver cover? That's a good question.
Paul.
I'm going to say George. Let's have a little look.
No, he's
Ringo.
It's Paul. You're right, it's Paul. Who was the owner of the Casbah, a Liverpool club in which the Beatles played?
Mona Best.
Pete Best's mum. He's probably right. Well done. Which oh, for crying out loud. Listen to this, right? Let's give this one to Catherine, Chris. Okay. Which Beatles song expresses a desire to hold the end of someone's arm?
Could it be, I want to hold your extended digit.
Jeez.
Ridiculous.
Who was the first Beatle to have a solo single top the charts in America and the UK? Think about it.
Ringo?
Ooh.
Chris?
Ooh. Was it Another Day, Paul McCartney?
No, it was George. I don't know doesn't say what the song was. I would have said Ringo.
My sweet Lord.
Because Ringo had the best run of hits immediately after leaving the Beatles. He had like 4 or 5 huge hits when the other Beatles hadn't got off the starting blocks.
He did get a lot of help, though, didn't he?
And speaking of help, in Help, which Beatle falls through the floor of a recording studio?
Ringo.
That's a good. I like Help. I know it's racist. I know that Leo McKern and Eleanor Bron black up, but it's a great film. Help. I'd love to see Help at the cinema. Well, that killed that conversation.
I'm looking through the cards now. No, I'm just looking through the cards.
It's such a disappointment. I thought, because it's Trivial Pursuit, right? It was 11 quid, right? And Trivial Pursuit is the high watermark of intelligent quizzes, and this is dumbed down. This is dumbed down, and I'm going to call it by its incorrect title just to annoy them: Trivial Pursuits.
Here we go. Which Beatle had a beard throughout the film? Let It Be.
Paul.
Yes.
There we go. When are they going to re-release that as well? Come on, guys. Get off your high horses, release Let It Be. We've all got the hooky bootleg tapes. We've all got DVDs of it floating around. Release it officially.
I have to say, Ian, thanks to you, I've been listening to the Anthology Revisited. Wow.
Isn't it? You're not the guy that emailed me or tweeted me the other day, are you?
Possibly, probably,
Someone tweeted, it's this great thing, it's online, it's on SoundCloud, I found it on a website and downloaded it, it's probably on YouTube, the Beatles Anthology Revisited. It's audio only, it's not video. It is like a 28-hour, fan-made Beatles documentary that is way better than it's incredible. Whereabouts are you up to, Chris?
I'm just up to... They've just finished Abbey Road, and they're splitting up.
Don't tell me what happens! Don't tell me what happens! Spoiler alert!
If I said it, they split up. Is that a spoiler?
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
I've just had...
they reformed 20 years later.
I've just had Magical Mystery Tour, and which is a terrible film, but it made me want to see Magical Mystery Tour, even though it's a stinker.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Chris, thank you for that, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Thank you.
Cheers, fella. Ta-ta. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We've got loads of calls, so I would hold off calling for 15, 20 minutes or so. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Also tonight, so we've talked about the Beatles, we've spoken about charity shops and eyebrows. I want to throw this out there as well, but partly because I need a little bit of help, but partly because it would just be interesting to have a chitty-chat about it. We mentioned it briefly before. Paddington Green. I'm still chasing down the final 4 series of Paddington Green. I was Facebooked Claudia, the scooter lady again today, and she says, I've not forgotten your DVDs! You were brilliant in the jungle! Partly because I need a little bit of help. So, with reminding, I want your favourite reality TV shows, and I use that term loosely because what I really mean are fly-on-the-wall documentaries, but we don't call them fly-on-the-wall documentaries anymore. We call them reality shows, which is wrong. But I don't mean the game shows. I don't mean The Jungle. I don't mean Big Brother. I don't mean, like Towie and stuff. I mean things like The Family, the 1974 BBC documentary about the Wilkins family in Reading that is on YouTube and is just wonderful to watch. I mean things like Paddington Green, which ran for 6 series, I found out today. Started in December 1998, ran for 6 series, and it had... I can't remember the name of the young transsexual... Jackie, the transsexual sex worker. There was the guy... There was the old boy that ran like a wig shop and was making an elixir of youth. Do you remember that?
Yes.
There was... I think it was Gary, who was the locksmith. So there was that... There was a place in Greece, which was my personal favourite. Series 1 is great. Series 2 isn't worth the time of day because it's all scripted. But Series 1, it's about these 4 friends that want to build their dream home on an island in Greece. And one of them wants a giant window. And halfway through it, one couple says, you know what, this is nonsense, we can't do it, and they're out. And it's absolutely brilliant. Once got a birthday card from them. So I'm talking about programmes like that. A Place in Greece, Paddington Green. Airport. Let me. I need to get my little book and I need to jot these down. I've got pens. I've got. What's that song? I've got sickness in my bones. I got. What's that song? Fat Bottom Girls.
Yeah.
By Queen. Now we got there in the end. Right. So. Docu-soaps, I guess, is another word that you could use. Docu-soaps. So we've got Airport, Place in Greece.
Pea Green.
There was that one about the... was it about the Glaziers? Was it called the Andersons? And it was really good. It was this couple. I think they were Welsh, but then it would go off into little fantasy sequences where they'd be like ballroom dancers or something. It was a good show.
What was the one about driving with Maureen in it?
Oh, flipping heck. What was that called? Don't Google it. What was that called? 03444 991 is the telephone number. Let's go to Jace. Good evening, Jace.
Evening, Ian. Evening, Kath. How are we?
Good, thank you, Jace. What you got for us, mate?
Yeah, I was going to talk about charity shops, but then you just poked up my interest talking about the docu-soaps or whatever you want to call them.
Go on. We can talk about both.
What was the one with the old geezer that used to hoard? He used to collect all the stuff.
Mr. Trebus.
They were trying to get him out.
Mr. Trebus and...
Mr. Trebus, that's it.
What was it called? It was filmed all over the country, but that series was filmed in Crouch End, because I used to live near there. It was narrated by John Peel. A Life of Grime. That's what that was. A Life of Grime, Mr. Trebus.
That was brilliant, but it takes you to kind of my point about the charity shops. Rip off charity shops.
Yeah.
I like a rummage. I like a good old rummage. I collect DVDs, collect records.
Yeah.
But they're just, as you say, they're just a rip off. Now you go from one charity shop, you've 25p a DVD, and then some of them are £2. So I've boycotted the chain charity shops. I just go to all the little independents, and Wimbledon is one of the worst.
So hang on a minute. You're familiar with the Wimbledon rip-off prices in the charity shops, are you?
Yes, because I live around South London, so I do a little run. Me and my dad do it. We love a little. He does records. I do records and films, and I like DVD and whatnot.
I never look at the clothes. Now I'm not interested in the clothes. Sorry, couldn't care less.
Who buys the Dead Men's shoes?
No, I like the CDs, the albums sometimes if I'm feeling a bit flush, but I haven't really got room for albums at the moment. And I started looking at kids games, because sometimes you can get, so we got a perfectly decent, almost untouched. Subbuteo set for £3.50. I thought that was a little bargain. So I keep an eye out for kids' games, and quite often you get top trumps in there for 50p, which is good. But yeah, the 45 quid for some tattered Horrid Henry books.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Do you remember, Kath? We went to one in central London, and they had a gramophone.
Yes.
And I had my eye on it, and it was 100 quid, but it was beautiful. And I was going to buy it, and I said, before I buy it, can we just have a go on it and listen to it? And it sounded awful. It was really scratchy. I'm joking.
It was really wibbly, wasn't it?
It was wibbly, and I said that don't sound right. And they're going, oh no, it's really old. I said, yeah, I know it's old, but for 100 quid, I'd want a mint one that played perfectly, and that tempo is all over the shop.
Yeah, it was one of those ones you could wind. It was like a picnic one, wasn't it?
I said, I'm not having that. And they think just because something's old. Have a look on eBay, guys, first of all, and see how much it costs on eBay. That's what you need to do.
Definitely with this record resurgence they're doing now, and everyone seems to be buying records, they seem to all think that every record now is worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
So what I tend to do, I've got a disc. The biggest thing, Discogs.
Yeah.
Go in there, you just scan the barcodes, and then it tells you what they're worth, and then you know if you get a bargain or not. That's my little tip.
No, Discogs is a great website, actually, for pricing records and finding out kind of, what they're going for. And I don't want to do charity shops out of money, but if they overprice it because they think something is worth a fortune when it is not, well, then more fool them. It's a waste of everyone's... It's a waste of everyone's time. I do blame eBay, though, Jace, because I used to love a car boot. Oh, God. Oh, I loved a car boot. The amount of crap I've bought at car boot sales. And you go to a car boot sale now, and all it is, well, you don't even get the hooky DVD man anymore. It's rubbish because everyone sells their stuff on eBay.
That or everyone thinks they got something special, so they're all selling it at inflated prices. So gone are the days we used to go to a car boot sale and get something for cheap or a little bargain, because everyone now Googles everything or they check it on eBay first. So they're selling it at a price that, well, kind of what it's worth. But at the same point, no one's getting a bargain because no one's making them happy little mistakes that everyone's looking for when you're rummaging for things.
Jace, nice to speak to you, mate. Thank you very much. Jace disappointed that he's no longer able to profit from people being dumb.
Driving school.
Driving school! That was it. Driving school. I'll tell you what. I wasn't sure. I'll tell you why I'm going to do this. I've got this. We've talked about it on the show before, about maybe doing it as part of this show, and actually I think it's a bigger thing. Of doing like a sort of follow-up to where all these people are. So let's go and see where Mo is. I don't even know if Mo's still alive. The Spake. Jeremy Spake. The people from Paddington Green. And go and doing a little follow-up. And we had an idea for this show of inviting them all out for dinner. And kind of, taping their conversation. But I don't know if that's it. So then today I was thinking, it'll make a good, still thinking about the One Show. It would make a good series on the One Show. This week we're finding out what happened to the stars of Paddington Green. And then someone said to me, well, yeah, but if a lot of these are ITV and Channel 4, the BBC won't want to, another channel won't want to touch another programme's clips. So it's got me thinking, and this is where I could, and George and Peter and Jonathan and Jerry, stay there, I'll come to you after the news. It's got me thinking, and this is where I could do with a little bit of help from you, dear listeners, of possibly crowdfunding a documentary. I met Jeff, I've not spoken to about this, but Jeff, if you're listening, me and you would film it, and we'd go and do it. And but I don't really know how crowdfunding works. You obviously got to cost it, so I'd have to cost. I don't necessarily take any money from the crowdfunding, but you got to cost factoring Jeff's time and money and his expertise, licensing clips from those channels because that's where it comes. Travel, that's it, really. And then do it. But I don't know if it's the kind of thing that people will be interested in. But then that's what you just got to put it out there and see if people go for it. If you've got any experience with crowdfunding, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. What a packed first hour. Let's try and unpack a bit for the second hour, shall we? This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. tomorrow. You know I'm free to roll.
So easy to snipe and be mean, and on this show we try and be celebratory about things and bring you the best in art and culture and music and movies and things like that. But I've got to say, and I'm saying this so you say yourself, well, I spent 20 minutes of my life watching this crap. It goes on for over an hour. The Seth Rogen charity thing on Netflix. And I like Seth Rogen. You know, he's the stoner actor with the big beard. I like him. I like him. I think he's a great guy. But this charity special thing, geez, it was awful. And it's Seth Rogen's bit at the start was just terribly unfunny with his bit with dicks. Then there's this stand-up comic called Michael Che, I think his name is, and I found his stuff quite homophobic. I found it quite homophobic. And then there was then Fozzie Bear was in it, but it was awful. And I fast forwarded through some bits, and this is where I stopped. Was Sacha Baron Cohen doing David Attenborough, and it was just honestly, just don't waste your time, guys. It was bloody awful, absolute. And Netflix is unless they're advertising with us, then all of their stuff is great. But Netflix is primarily rubbish, right? Basically, Netflix. Their tagline should be: "We make you lower your expectations when you're looking for a movie," because it's all right. I started watching Smoking Aces. That was rubbish. I started watching Land of the Lost. That was rubbish. All rubbish, right? All rubbish. But this Seth Rogen thing, God, lazy, homophobic. It's just awful. Just awful. I made me want to gouge my eyes out. Let's go to Peter. Good evening, Peter.
Hello.
Peter's got his own hello there. Hello, here's Peter.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I've been hanging around for half an hour.
There we go.
Hey, Ian, great show.
Thanks, man.
It's the first time I've ever bothered ringing a talk radio show. But
what got you hot and horny? Was it the sex chat?
No, it's because you said something right stupid, and I don't know. I think you're bonkers.
I think you've called in the wrong show, sir. This is the show where nothing. Go on. What did I say that was right stupid?
Newcastle Brown.
What?
You said, my friend,
yes,
that Newcastle Brown has no hops in it.
Well, here's the thing. If you had been watching on YouTube, you would have seen me turn to my female pal, Catherine, and shrug my shoulders and go, I don't know. Okay, just every now and then, Peter. Every now and then, I will take a punt and I will throw out something and see if it sticks. But I'm guessing this was like nailing a jelly to a wall. Was it factually incorrect?
You've roped me in, haven't you?
Well, it wasn't necessarily roping. I honestly didn't know. I was just taking a punt because sometimes when you take punts, you strike gold. But I guess I struck a turd. Go on.
The clue is in the name. It's ale.
Ale, right.
There is no ale without any hops in it.
Ah, see. Still, it's a disgusting drink that should only be consumed by 17-year-olds.
I used to drink it.
Well, when you were young and you wanted those crazy.
Hey, it's lovely in a stew.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, you're dead right, actually. Yeah, get it chucked in.
Oh, yeah,
you're right. Well, I'll tell you straight, my granddad is spinning in his grave.
Oh.
He was a Geordie.
Oh. It was, for me, though, Newcastle Brown Ale was what you drank when you were 17 in the 90s as you were watching the Soup Dragons.
Yeah, I did.
And then the girls would use them. Oh no, that was Brossettes would use the Grolsch. No, that was Grolsch.
Grolsch.
There we go.
Yeah.
Grolsch. There we go. I'm mixing up my boozes.
It came in nice bottles.
It came in very nice bottles, and that was pretty much all that could be. When listen, I've not had a drink for a long time, and as I was kind of stopping drinking, they were bringing in the. No, actually, it was a little bit. They've been around for a while. The fruit stuck in a bottle top, a lime,
like San Miguel with them.
Yeah, does that? I'm guessing that's not a thing. I'm guessing that's not a thing anymore.
Well, I don't know. I'd certainly not touch it.
It's a thing. It depends where you go out, doesn't it?
I'd be horrified.
Summertime.
What?
And they banned... If it's given to me, I'll drink it.
Of course you will, Peter. You're a desperate booze hound. I can detect that. I can get that vibe from you. Listen, I'm glad you've corrected me, Peter, and I certainly won't hold it against you.
My pleasure,
Thanks
mate.
for calling, man. Take care. Ta-ta.
See you.
Bye-bye. Let's ban that guy. Let's ban that. I didn't
Boozy
like his,
Pete.
Didn't like his attitude. Well done, Pete. No, yes, he's picked up my technique of occasionally throwing out stuff. And if you say it confidently enough, most people will believe it.
Yeah.
By the way, just to remind you, I am I'm returning my blue Twitter tick. It's white actually, to Twitter, in protest of Brexit and the support of Donald Trump. So that will be happening as soon as I work out exactly
where you send it.
I can do that. Evening, Dave!
Hello.
Do you know the song, Dave? These are the Daves I know.
I don't know.
You don't know it?
No.
Would you like to hear it?
Go on then.
Okay. You sure? You don't sound particularly excited at the prospect of hearing the Daves I know.
Well, I think we'll give it a go.
You sure?
I'm positive, yeah.
All right, then. Well, then, for one night only, here's the Daves I know for Dave.
Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here with my girlfriend.
Hi.
Do you want us to turn our radios down? We already did.
Yeah.
Hey, hang on a second. I didn't realise this was so pertinent. This may have swearing in. I don't know this bit. I didn't realise this was so pertinent to phone-in radio, but it turns out it is. Here we go. Let's try again.
Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here with my girlfriend.
I'm hovering over the dump button.
Do you want us to turn our radios down? We already did.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, will you play our song for us?
Well, what is your song?
Inagata
Lift us up where we
Davida.
belong. What?
What is your love song?
It's,
It's,
These are the days I know. 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 David Hoffner, he works in my dad's store. He's worked here for 12 years. He'll probably work here for more.
I love it.
These are the days I know. 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 Dave Gore, I've known since I was 6. In grade 8 he broke his leg, so we got drunk and sick.
Yes.
These are the days I know. 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 Some of them are Davids,
but most of us are Daves.
They all have their own hands, but they come from different moms. These are the days I know. 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 Dave Jadisky, man, this cat can swing. He weighs almost 50 pounds and he delivers my paper on time. These are the days I know. 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 Dave Capisano, I hardly know him. These are the days I know. These are the days I know. These are the days I know. These are the days I know.
We are the Daves he knows. 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 Some of us are Daves, but most of us are Daves. We all have our own hands, but we come from different moms.
These are the days I know.
We are the Daves he knows.
These are the
Daves.
How does that fit in with your lifestyle, Dave?
I thought it was brilliant.
Thanks, man. Well, there's a song about you, and you just didn't know it. Anyway, what have you got for us tonight, Dave?
Well, just ringing up, because I've seen a picture of you in the paper. I'm just going to see if you're all right, because you had a yellow cast around your neck.
Yes. Well, these are tough times. I don't know if you know the story. I don't really want to go into it too much, but I fell down a well.
Yeah, I read it in the paper. I was just ringing up to see if you're all right.
I'm all right. I'm embarrassed. What paper was it in?
The Metro. On the train.
Oh, free paper. I'm all right. I'm embarrassed, but I'm all right. I'm using it as a learning curve, Dave. And that learning curve is don't trust holes in the ground. That's what I'm learning.
Well, I'll take that on board.
Thanks, Dave.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad I played that song, otherwise that would have been a really short call.
Curious Dave.
Curious Dave. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. So, so far, Seth Rogen, charity shops, Dave's, Beatles, and...
eyebrows.
Eyebrows! And we haven't even got started on passports and ISIS yet. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
And as Steve Allen gets another Ofcom held against him, this time for being racist towards the traveller community, we go to Jay. Good evening, Jay.
How are you?
I'm very well, Jay. How the devil are you?
I'm good. I got to you pretty quickly. I just called up.
Yeah, these things happen. Don't tell that to the people that have been waiting for ages.
I'll be waiting, yeah.
I don't know who's been. I don't know. Listen, here's the thing. There's supposed to be a system on here that tells me how long certain people have been on hold for, but that system is completely screwed. So it gives me random times that are meaningless to me. So I just take people, and the first one I see I grab. So yes.
Well, I just caught the tail end of the conversation you were having with the fellow about charity shops, and he was talking about records. Now, this weekend, I've made a little bit of a discovery. I was clearing out a room, as you do, and because we need a nursery because we've got a little one on the way.
All right, mate, stop showing off. Stop showing off your life is going well. Well, I'm living in one room. I had to scrape shit off my toilet today. That's how well my life's going. But anyway, you carry on with your successful life.
He's going to be scraping his fair share of as well. So
that's true.
And it won't be his own.
Yeah, it's not you never know. I found a big load of 45s that belonged to my granddad, records. And among there was She Loves You, the Beatles. From back from the 60s, and there were some Elvis ones and Matt Monroe and all that, and I was getting really excited, thinking, I wonder if it's worth anything. So I was Googling that today, and then you mentioned that website. I've just gone on.
Discogs.
And yeah, they're worth about £1.40 each.
Yeah, of course they are. Here's the thing: everyone finds like "She Loves You" by the Beatles and goes, "Flippin' heck, this is an original. This is going to be worth a fortune." No, it sold about 10 million copies. There are about 10 million copies of that single floating around. It's worth nothing.
Yeah. There's Andrew's sisters and Matt Monroe, and I also found. I mean, I can't judge my granddad too harshly. It was a different time.
Yeah.
And he also gets it was perhaps a record that is viewed as perhaps culturally insensitive now. It was a children's record.
The Boomerang Won't Come Back.
Pardon?
Sorry?
No.
Oh.
Is it boom ba boom ba boom ba boom?
No, it's similarly culturally insensitive, but a different culture.
Go on.
And I don't even know if I can say it's not an N word. I don't know if I can say the word. Little Black Sambo was the name of the character.
Yeah.
Oh, Little Black Sambo. Yes. Who's that by?
I saw. I don't know. Let me have a look. Let me go and get it. It was. And I put it on, and it was. I mean, hilarious. My granddad gets an extra pass because he was a brown gentleman, so he gets an extra pass as well. But still. It's pretty shocking by today's standards.
I know that book, isn't it? There's a book of it. And his mother is called Big Black Mumbo.
Mumbo and Jumbo is his mum and dad.
Yeah. Isn't there a tiger in it as well?
Yeah,
well, I've seen a cartoon. I've seen a cartoon of a tiger, 1935.
Yeah.
Different days, different eras, and isn't it great that we're making progress and heading in the right direction? Generally.
Is it allowed to laugh at it? I think if we're laughing at it, not laughing at its concept allowed, isn't it? Or does that make me bad?
No. We laugh.
How uncomfortable.
We can't control what we laugh at. If we find things funny, we find things funny. But it, you laugh at it if you want. I don't care. I don't care. People, there'll be. But then again, I'm a white, middle class, middle aged, heterosexual, privileged male. So I'm allowed. I'm not allowed, but
But
I can
you're
laugh at most things.
you're also part of the Snowflake Liberal elite, and if you say it's okay, then that's okay.
Jake,
I get a pass.
You don't get a pass. No.
Here's the thing: I don't think we're allowed to say whether it's okay or not.
No, exactly. I wouldn't. You can't really laugh at it. You can laugh at the inappropriateness.
Gosh, it's
and weren't
so
things,
old-fashioned. Yeah.
Weren't things different? But I can't laugh at that. Let us go to Jerry. Good evening, Jerry.
Hello, is Caddick still there?
No, Caddick's gone.
He sounds like Darth Vader.
Didn't he just?
Hey, but you're sounding clear as a bell.
They've sorted his meds out.
No, not yet.
They've given him the meds that cure Parkinson's,
not yet.
not the ones that make it worse.
No, it's in the pipeline. Got about a week.
Okay, well then you're okay. What you got for us, Jer?
I forgot.
Oh, jeez.
I'm looking up to get through straight away, but don't complain. Just have to be on. What was I going to say? Oh.
Yes?
Sexual Parkinson's is interesting.
Sexual parking?
Sexual Parkinson's.
Michael Parkinson's? Oh, you mean sex with actual Parkinson? With the condition?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Well, hang on a minute. When was the last time you had it away?
Full on. A while.
If I lived in a care home, right.
Put sound effects on just to get all the evidence.
The sound effects are. If I lived in a care home, there'd be a steady stream of sex workers of all nationalities, all genders, all just coming in and out, just going in the middle of the night, doors slamming.
It used to be allowed to go down, but the minibus broke down.
Sorry?
It used to be allowed to go down, the minibus was broke down.
Well, forget the minibus. I'd just have the door open. I'd be on the phone going, "Yeah, send another one." This time, can we get a Chinese man, please? What? I just go nuts. I just cash it because listen, they're going to get your money anyway, right? They're going to get your money, so you might as well spend it on hookers and help the gig economy. That's what you might as well do. I'd have men, women. And that's all I'd have, because anything outside of that sphere would be illegal and doesn't work for me at all, obviously. But I'm just saying, I'd have it all. Come and go.
You're really spoiling the day mirror tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Come and go, guys. Come and go. Bring any friends with you? That's what I do, Jerry. And you should do the same. If the wheelchairs are rocking, then only come a knocking if you want a socking. So. And I just be having orgies on in my wing. That's what I'd be doing.
Dangling people from the ceiling with the hoist.
Sorry?
Dangling people up and down on the ceiling.
The hoist! He's got the hoist! He's got the hoist! You've got sex toys! These are sex toys that they're giving you, man! Make use of them!
You'd have the repairman in every week. What have you done this time?
Of course I would. He's well fit. Seriously, if I'm in a care home, anything goes. Any hole's a goal.
Flippin' heck!
Try tomorrow.
Just do it, Jerry. Do it. You got your benefits. Spend all your money before they can get that £400 off you they want. Spend it all. Absolutely go. Well, they go, "Where's your money?" Sorry, I spent it on Good Time Charlie. Don't buy cocaine. I'm not in any way endorsing that. But just go online, get them round, have a great time. Wow. Have a great time, Jerry. Enjoy yourself, mate. Do a crowdfunder. Go
to get a crowd.
GoFundMe. They should start a GoFundMe, but call it Go F Me.
Okay.
And it should be for people who just want to have a good time but can't afford it because they're down on their luck. Go F Me. I need $25,000 so that I can fund a depraved week in my care home.
The window, I can't see anymore.
Sorry, Jerry?
Trains are going past the window.
Trains?
Yes, we can't hear that. You couldn't hear that last exciting idea.
Okay, well, it's in practice it might not work as well as...
long one.
No. Sorry? Long one, there we go. You see, he did hear it.
Jerry, I'm sorry about Ian. You know what he's like.
He's very randy today.
He's very randy today.
Pretty much in Carry On films, I think.
I've had an all right day. What have I done today? Had a haircut and a beard trim. Tried to type something up and then it wasn't happening. Went back and meditated. I lit a candle, and it's a scented candle. You can't really smell it. And meditated, and then I played some Overwatch, and then I went to a meeting, and then I came here, and I did, let's be honest, probably the best radio show that's being broadcast anywhere in the world at this moment in time. That's what I did, Jerry. That was my day.
Did you pick up a message on the answering machine?
What message?
That's a message.
I haven't listened to it. When did you leave it?
Weekend.
Oh, I don't know. I don't listen to them until we've got a show coming up, and then I'll go through it. So.
Singing Cliff Richard.
No, listen. We've got to be careful about Cliff Richard because the big court case starts on Thursday. Big court case is suing the BBC for I think for breach of privacy, infringement of privacy, something like that. So we've got to be a bit careful. Can we be a little bit careful? Let's not talk about Cliff Richard at this. Let's exactly. I'm going to cut Jerry off because he's going to say something inappropriate. Let's not.
But he's going to say something inappropriate.
I know,
after the
it's
last
terrible,
10
isn't it? But yeah, big court case coming up. It's going to be interesting to see. Here's No, I'll keep my mouth shut. But I'll keep my mouth shut. Probably best keep my mouth shut. But I want to say something to you in private. Let me turn the horse sound effects up and we'll step outside. Step outside. I want to say something to you in private. That's nuts, though, isn't it?
I think it's very interesting.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we did that. And I was right to do that out of the studio, wasn't I?
Oh yes.
Wowzers. Okay. No, let's go to Dom first. Good evening, Dom.
Hi, good evening.
I'm doing all right, Dom.
Good. I've come up with a couple of games I thought you might want to play.
Okay, yeah, I love games.
Well, I'll give you, there's two options. You can play either or. Right, one's called compilation battleships.
Oh.
So the way what you need to do to play this is think of a compilation CD.
Yeah.
Now's 1 through 99.
Okay.
The greatest air guitar album ever. Something like that. Funky Divas 4.
Yeah.
Then I'd have one in front of me, and then we've got to guess in turn an artist that might be on the other person's compilation CD.
Okay.
Which would score a hit.
Yeah.
And if you get that, then a subsequent attempt at guessing the actual track.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
So we need to look up some.
Hang on. All right, so that's one option. What's the other?
Yeah. The other one hasn't got a working title yet, but the idea is, so I'd find a film on IMDb, and then from the names of... I'll give you one as a proof of concept.
Okay,
right?
go on.
So I'll give you, say, for example, the names of 3 unnamed extras from a film, and you have to see if you can work out the film from them.
Okay.
The one I could give you would be, for example, Forest Ranger 1, Young Woman in Bath, Old Woman in Bath.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
No. Any other guesses?
Yogi Bear.
The Shining.
Oh.
So you got the scene where there's a young woman in the bath and an old, so that's an example of that. But
Let's do the compilation one, because...
Yeah.
All right, go on then.
All right, I've got to find it. Kath's going to find
I've got one.
All right, hang on a minute. Okay. Okay, right, name your albums.
Mine.
My album... Oh, go on.
Go on, you go.
Mine's his Greatest Ever Dad. It's a 3-CD box set, the definitive collection. Greatest Ever Dad. I guess it's one of those Father's Day gifts ones. To give you some context, the cover's got an armchair with like a Union Jack cushion on it, a football, what looks like a Paul Reed Smith model guitar, and a couple of Formula One type flags. So it's that kind of daddish music.
Right.
All right, go on.
Yeah. I'm going for, from 1995, one disc.
Well, she's just told the year. What a dickhead, because you don't have to say that in the rules. And she just told us the year. What a loser! And you're right.
If it's period rather than genre specific, though. It could be from 95, but not necessarily.
It's moods.
Moods. Yeah, well, it means... Well, no, but what it means, though, is there'll be nothing from the last 23 years, so we can scrap that.
Yeah, but the one CD...
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you a dickhead so aggressively. That was like real me came out, guys. Sorry, Dom.
But yeah, you have to pick one CD, which gives you an advantage, because I've got the 60 tracks on mine, but if you've gone for a one CD,
Okay. Yeah. And let's just to be fair, let's say you've got to get 5 artists, otherwise we'd be here all night.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's usually played first to 5. But then if you get the track as well, that's an extra point.
Okay. So. Mine is Top Gear from the TV show, seriously cool driving music. And to show it's cool, there's a picture of a car and the Stig, and they've got icicles. Top Gear, seriously cool driving music. Alrighty.
Let us begin.
If you had to guess from that one...
Yeah?
Because of the theme tune, you have to go Allman Brothers Band.
Yeah.
Right, hang on a second.
And the name of it, do you remember?
Jessica, isn't it?
Boom.
Okay, well, that's your guess, mate, and I'm afraid to say it's not on there. Sucker! Burn! Burn, man! He's burnt! Ooh, this is seriously cool. Right, so, hang on a minute, so what happens now?
Then you'd guess.
Right, so I'm going to get... Doesn't Catherine guess me?
I've never played it three-way before.
Okay. Catherine guess me, then we both guess you. Right, Catherine guess
here
me.
we go. I'm going to go for...
Yeah.
Okay, seriously cool.
Seriously
what would
cool.
Jeremy Clarkson consider seriously
And
cool?
I'm not a DH. I've not told you the year.
I reckon...
I'm no S.
Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire will be on there.
Right, okay. Kings of Leon you get, but it's not the song Sex on Fire. It's a little bit before that. It's the song The Bucket.
What do I win?
You get a point.
A point.
Point, right.
Me.
Okay, so now we're going to guess Dom's. Dom, what was your album called again?
It was Greatest Ever, Dad, the Definitive Collection.
Okay, I'm going to go with artist... Oh, no, I'm going to go Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell.
Meatloaf, it's a good guess, I'll just check. Oh, I think that's a miss.
Oh, no! All right, Kath, go
Let
on.
me have a little go. Dad. Okay, I reckon Dire Straits.
Oh, another good guess. Let's see. I can't see it.
Damn it.
Okay, so you saying it's definitely not there?
No, I can't see that one either.
All right, okay, so Catherine, remind us what yours was called?
Moods.
Moods, from 1995.
Moods, as in she's in a mood.
I'm going to say
Multiple.
Enya.
I was going to say Enya.
I said Enya.
That's fine, you've had that.
Bing!
Yes! And that song, Sail Away.
Orinoco Flow.
There we go. So I get 2 points.
Yes.
Okay, right. You'll go Dom.
Moods.
So we know the vibe. We know the kind of vibe of the album now. It's like sappy, drippy, mum. But mum doesn't actually like it. Horrible. Life is pointless type music.
95.
Mambo,
Yeah,
Mambo number 5.
No, I wasn't thinking Mambo number 5. I was thinking because it was 95.
Yeah. I thought you said Mambo number 5.
I don't know. I'm struggling with it.
Could be Mambo number 5.
Go on, have a little guess.
Oh, what could you... Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I know what else is on.
Lighthouse Family.
No, it was way before them.
Okay, right. So now it's all on me again. Right. So you got to pick. So don't forget, mine is called.
So how many points? You've got 2, haven't you?
Yeah, you
And
got
I've
one.
got 1.
And
Dom's got none.
Dom's got none. Top Gear, seriously cool driving music. Shall I help? Shall I give you the year?
If you want.
Yeah.
2007.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Although a lot of these are from earlier than that.
All right. I've got a good one.
Okay, you go first, Kath.
Me, Santana.
And which Santana song are you going to go with?
Don't matter, does it? But I'll go for Maria.
Incorrect answer. Santana is not on that album. Dom, over to you.
I'm going to go with Thin Lizzy.
Which song are you going to go for?
Boys Are Back in Town.
2 points! This is a great game, Dom! Oh, mate! Alistair, Jonathan, George, I will get to you. I know you've been waiting for ages, I promise, but this is a great... And Alistair will know about having to wait to play games, because, of course, Alistair hustled us last week by playing Uno via the phone and YouTube, claimed he'd never played it before, and yet he wiped the floor with us after a 40-minute battle. Okay, so it's... right, hang on a minute. Let me write down the scores. So Ian has got 2, Catherine has got 1, and Dom has has got 2. Okay, right, Kath. Right, so hang on. Now we're all guessing.
No, it's my go, isn't it?
You had to go. Santana.
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah.
Right, so now.
Yeah, you have to guess
We
one
have
of
to
mine.
guess. No, we're going to guess Dom's.
Right.
Remind us what yours is called
Cool
again,
Dad.
Dom. Cool Dad.
It's Greatest Ever, Dad, the definitive collection.
Queen.
It's got to be on it.
It's got to be on it.
Have a look. It's
Got to be.
Can't see Queen.
Oh.
Mate, are you looking at the actual song titles, or are you just staring off into the distance?
No, I'm looking. Trust me, I'm looking.
I've got one. Status quo, whatever you want.
It would be rocking all over the world if the Quo were on there, but...
Again, it is not there.
Should be.
This guy's an arse. Right, we're going to... Catherine's.
Guess
okay?
one of my moods.
Right, I want to say... this isn't the song I'm saying, but I can't remember... Mike Oldfield. Yeah, and... I want to say Tubular Bells, but I don't want to say Tubular Bells. There was the other one...
Not really relaxing, is it?
No, there was the one he did with that woman singing, I'm being... No, that's Cat Stevens.
Did you ever hear the one he did? There's like a little B-side or something called On Horseback.
Yeah, we're playing it now. It sounds like this. It's that. Mike Oldfield, it's the one... What's the one with the woman singing? It's not Moonshadow, because that's Cat... I'm being followed by a Moonshadow. That's Cat Stevens.
I know which one you're thinking of.
Is it worth me pursuing this
No.
train of thought? All right.
Moonlight
Shadow, lost in the Right, I'll say Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells.
No, Mike Oldfield, Arrival.
What's a load of rubbish, but still I get the point. Go on, right, I've got this album sus. I think I even know this album.
I had this album.
So go on, Dom. You go have a little go now.
I never had it. I'm struggling with this one. Mike Oldfield, Enya. Who else might be on
I
there?
think 90s. Lame.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly who's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this record. I remember it being advertised
It
on
was
the radio.
massive.
Yeah.
They did about moods 2 and 3, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit before my time. I
Oh,
think.
mate, you introduced this game, buddy. Don't give me that rubbish.
Oh, I'm not.
You've heard of Jesus, right? And that was 2,000 years ago.
Bruce Hornsby.
Oh.
Diddle-oo.
Wrong.
Right, who are we guessing now? Me again. Right, okay, so it's 3 to me, 1 to Catherine, 2 to Dom. Okay, first to 5. Catherine, do you want to have a go first?
Yeah, I do.
Just to remind you, it's from 2007. It is Top Gear, seriously cool driving music.
Oasis. What year? 2000 and what?
2007.
It's going to have cigarettes and alcohol.
It's Oasis, it's Live Forever. I can give you 1 point for that. Dom, your go, sir.
AC/DC.
You've totally misjudged this album, buddy. Incorrect answer.
Right. Thin Lizzy was on there, so you know.
No, yeah, well, okay. Right, so now we're going to guess Dom's.
Yeah, on Dom's, I'm wondering whether there's a bit of...
Best dads. All right, I'm going to go Kaiser Chiefs.
Oh, let's see. You're in the right ballpark with some. Well, with all of them you give them, but no Kaiser Chiefs.
What about the Kooks?
The Kooks. Again, very close, but no.
Okay, all right. So it's Catherine's. I'm going to go Jean-Michel Jarre. And down.
No.
Oh.
There is no Jean-Michel Jarre.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Krista Burr.
I don't think he knows what a mood is.
No.
Right. Hang on, I'm confused. So it's Mike. You're guessing mine now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And what are you again?
Top Gear, seriously cool driving music from 2007.
Seriously cool.
Yeah.
From 2007. We've had we've had some Oasis.
It's a real mix. It's 2 discs. It's a real mix.
Is there some Blur in there? Woohoo! That one. Song 2.
No Blur, I'm afraid. No Blur.
Oh.
It's honestly, it's a real mix. When I read out some of these tracks, it's going to blow your mind. Dom?
Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Which song are you going for?
Sweet Home Alabama.
Incorrect. It's Lynyrd Skynyrd and Freebird.
Oh, wow.
So it's 3 to me, 3 to Dominic, and 2
2 to me.
Catherine. Right, so we're guessing Doms now. God, this is so confusing.
Isn't it me again?
No, we just did you.
Oh.
So it's Dom, and I'm going to say Best Dad. Give us the year of Best Dads.
The year it was released was 2014.
And what's it called?
There's a mix. There's some older stuff.
All right. What's the title of the album? Give us the title.
Greatest Ever Dad.
And yet there's no Queen.
I wonder if he's playing us. AC/DC.
AC/DC. No.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go... What were they oh, God. What were they called? Justin Hawkins. What were they called?
I can't tell you that. Cannot tell you that. It's classified informazione as well, you know!
Thing Called Love. By that fella.
The Darkness?
Yeah, By the Darkness, yeah.
No.
Waste of everybody's time. Right, we're on to Catherine's. I'm going to go Yanni.
Who?
Yanni. Is Yanni on there?
No.
No Yanni. Gosh.
Who's Yanni?
Is Yanni? He does like sort of. You don't know Yanni?
Sing me one.
I couldn't sing you one. It's like instrumental mood music. He's Greek. Big star.
Thought he might be, but no.
Big star, Yanni. You know Yanni, don't you, Dom?
Do I?
Okay. Right, I'm losing the will to live.
You pick me what? Pick one. Dom.
Vangelis.
Yes! Which one?
Chariots of Fire.
Oh, yes! Hey! And Dom's won! Dom's won!
You could have chosen Enigma, Sadness, Jan Hammer, Crockett's theme. You had Enya. Elton John, Song for Guy.
No.
Kenny G, Songbird.
Kenny G!
Yes!
Kenny G!
Vangelis, Dave Stewart featuring Candy Dulfer.
All right. What was on yours? I don't think we got any from Dom's album.
No.
What was on yours?
So you could have had, there was Jet, Are You Gonna Be My Girl, Razor Lights on there, House of Fun by Madness, Common People by Pulp, Stereophonics are on there.
Well, it's Crappy's dad.
Whose dad's that?
Specials.
It's not my dad.
Who puts these things
Undersold,
together? It must
Teenage
because
Kid,
listen to this, right? It's a
Thin Lizzy
double.
on here.
This one's a double CD, right? And you got the Killers, Mr. Brightside, KT Tunstall, Suddenly I See, Oasis, Live Forever, Phil Collins, In the Air Tonight, Prince, Purple Rain, Whitesnake, Is This Love, and the Dandy Warhols. Who puts this rubbish together?
Perverts.
I've got. Is This the Way to Amarillo by Tony Christie? You can get it if you really want by Desmond Decker, and I'm Waiting for the Man by Velvet Underground on the same CD. So
outrageous times, Dom. Yeah. It was a good game, and it was certainly excellent radio filler. Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation. Make contact with Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Fleetwood Mac are brilliant, right? And they're about to go on a huge world tour. Lindsay Buckingham's just quit. Lindsay Buckingham, the guitar virtuoso whose prolific songwriting and precision fretwork helped launch Fleetwood Mac into the rock stratosphere, is reportedly leaving the band. The news comes on the eve of a planned global tour for the group. Mike Campbell, formerly of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and Neil Finn will handle guitar duties on the trek. The band wishes Lindsay all the best. What the hell?
Neil Finn of The Crowded House.
It doesn't say Neil Finn of Crowded House.
But it must be.
It says Neil Finn. Is there another Neil Finn?
I love Neil Finn.
Oh, I don't know. But, isn't that weird? So, I wanted to see them with Christine McVie, but I don't want to see them with Neil Finn. What is going on with those guys? He's pulled this trick before when, what was that 80s album that was a big hit? Tango in the Night. And they're about to go on tour for that, and he said, I don't want to tour it. And isn't that when Stevie Nicks attacked him and he punched... I don't know. Anyway, fair play. The rock band that keeps on rocking... Fleetwood Mac. Evening, Jonathan.
Hi.
At least I think it's Jonathan. I can't read the screen properly because over the weekend, this is the weird thing, right? Over the weekend, I got a bad case of eye AIDS. Honestly, I got eye AIDS. And I went to the doctor and he said it's because I'd been dry humping my PlayStation VR set with my iticles.
Yeah, your retinas.
My retibolic. So, so I've got eye AIDS, Jonathan. So maybe you were right last week when you said that I shouldn't be sharing that VR headset with my children for health reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad that that's all sorted. What have you got for us tonight, Laughter Boy?
How deep was that well?
It was about. I didn't have my tape measure with me. It was about 12 foot.
Where was it?
Well, I've been told by my legal team to not reveal the specific location. It's one of the satellite villages circling Milton Keynes.
Remember, it's the school holidays, Jonathan, so little ears.
Yes.
I'm absolutely fed up with life on Earth.
So, where are you going?
I've come to the same conclusion of one of my friends that the time has come for all human life on Earth to be wiped out. We really are the most annoying species around.
I can't fault him on that. Complete extinction of the human race seems a little extreme, although, of course, today, I believe, Threads has been re-released on a remastered double disc edition, which is, you guys should all rush out and never watch it, because it's horrendous. What's happened, Jonathan, because I've noticed, on this show, and I've heard from other people about you calling other shows, that there's been a sort of descent recently into a dark vibe, which is unusual for you. Genuinely, it's unusual for you to be personally dark. So what's going on, man?
I'm just fed up of the world and all the injustice in the world, and I don't like the future of where this country is going.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what to say to that, man.
I just want to get off this plane of existence now. I just praying for a swift, painless death because I just can't stand it anymore. I can't stand the injustice. I can't stand the corruption.
Yeah.
I can't stand the hypocrisy and the double standards. I can't stand the fascism. I've just had enough.
Okay, well, listen, it behooves me, your previous statement behooves me to say, to ask, you're not planning on topping yourself or anything, are you?
No, that's the thing. I wish I was suicidal, but I'm not. Well, I'm just really, really fed up.
Well, I'm genuinely glad that you're not suicidal, for what that's worth.
I just... Oh, bring on the nuclear war or whatever. I've just had enough.
Don't bring it on. Hey, what about... So what... But there must be... Maybe there aren't. Are there fun things... Are there fun things in your life that you can try and cling on to as little glimmers of hope? What about that... what was it, Nintendo thing you bought the other day? You got bored of that?
No, I'm not bored of that. I just don't feel like playing it.
Okay, well that's fair enough. I get that, and I don't know what to say, Jonathan, because you're one of the most complex characters that calls this show, and I know that certain things that I would say to other people in this situation, I know that they won't necessarily chime with you. So I'm not going to, waste both of our time and patronise you by saying stuff that might connect with others that isn't going to connect with you. But I genuinely am saddened to hear you talking like this. Genuinely.
I wish I was a little happy and had a little more to look forward to, but I've just completely black-pilled this last month or so.
You black-pilled it? There's a black pill, is there?
Yeah.
So the red pill, it makes you woke. Is that right? The blue pill means you stay slept.
Yeah.
And the black pill, what does the black pill do? Just make you depressed?
Yeah.
Oh, man. See, I missed that pill lesson. Well, has there been anything, again, I'm asking this and it doesn't need to be, but has there been anything specific that has, because the last time we spoke last week, I felt you were kind of tipping. Someone told me you phoned up Mike Graham a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they were worried about you. So someone had been in touch with me to say they were worried about you after hearing you on Mike's show. I mean, have you, and again, I know you don't like talking about this, but are you seeing anyone? Is there a doctor? You mentioned a friend, is there a friend you can talk to about this?
Yeah, but they can't help.
Why can't they help?
Because I'm in a bit of a dark place at the moment.
I know you are, mate. I know you are.
And I genuinely don't think that I will see the year out.
Okay. Again, you're not saying you're going to take your life or anything, are you?
No.
Okay.
I think it'll be taken from me.
Okay. Has it ever been this dark before for you?
No. It may have seemed like it in past times, but I'm just really, really grim at the moment. I've lost all hope.
Oh, mate. That breaks my heart saying that, and I'm really racking my brains. All the stuff I want to say, I'm kind of, I kind of feel that if I say them to you, you'll just bat them back, or you'll take it as patronising and stuff like that. I'm just going to say these things anyway, and you'll just have to trust me that I'm being sincere. So when was the last time you spoke to a doctor?
Earlier today.
Oh, really? Okay, right. And like a GP doctor or a mental health worker or what?
The latter.
Okay. And did you were honest about how you're feeling with them?
Yeah.
And did they offer any practical solutions?
Coping strategies.
Coping strategies. Coping strategies. Yeah. That okay. Well, what coping strategy? Give us a coping strategy.
Doing something to distract me from
Jesus.
What's bothering me.
Yeah, but that can be a hassle sometimes. That can be a real hassle. I remember when I'm at my lowest, I'm not in any way comparing, my situation with yours. I'm just sharing, my experience. I can't even face. Well done for making a phone call tonight, because when I'm at my lowest, I couldn't make a phone call. I can't get out of bed. I'm just lying there, pondering the great darkness that is life and the futility of existence. Okay, well, distraction sounds like it's a tough one. And it sounds like this person you were speaking to maybe wasn't kind of like medically, wasn't able to prescribe drugs and things like that.
No, this isn't a drugs thing. This is just a life thing.
A life thing. I know, and antidepressants aren't for everybody, but sometimes they can just be the little chemical kickstart that one needs to get through, the blackest of times. Is it something that you might consider?
I'd consider it.
And would this professional that you spoke to today be in a position to prescribe something like that, or put you in touch with someone who could prescribe something like that?
Well, I've already talked to my GP.
Okay. And how did that go? You don't have to tell me what they said, obviously. That's confidential. But how did that go?
Well, he sympathised, but I think that it was only a telephone interview.
Well, do you feel well enough that you could go and make an appointment to go and sit in the same room? Because sometimes it's difficult to convey, how desperate we feel when you're on a telephone.
Well, that's what I originally did, but I got a call back saying my doctor could only fit me in for a telephone interview.
Wow.
Last Thursday.
Wow, that sucks. That's not going to be particularly helpful to anyone who's feeling completely hopeless when their doctor says, "Yeah, I haven't got time to see you, but I can do a couple of minutes on the phone." Well, my suggestion would be phoning up the doctors again and just saying, "Actually, do you know what? That phone call didn't really scratch the itch, and I'm in a bit of a state, and I could really do with a face-to-face with the doctor, because I'm feeling like I want to be dead." Do you think maybe you could say something along those lines?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to see someone about that on Thursday.
Okay. Hey, man, I'm really sorry. I know we've locked horns in the past, but I'm really sorry that you're struggling so much, Jonathan. And I know there will be a lot of people listening who will be sorry that you're struggling so much. And hey, shall I do a joke to end this?
Go on.
There'll be a lot of people praying for you.
I think they need to pray for the world rather than me.
Dude, hang in there, man, and hopefully we'll speak tomorrow, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Take care, mate. Ta-ta.
You too.
Oh, man.
Might be worth giving out Samaritan's number. What do you think?
Yes, go 116123.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Samaritans, it's free.
Same number for Republic of Ireland.
116123. You can use your real name. You can use a fake name. You can do whatever. They don't know who you are. They don't know where you're calling from. They don't know your telephone number. You can phone up and say anything to them, and they'll listen. 116123. When we come back, George has been waiting for ages. George, I'm really, really sorry. We'll do you first. Then we've got Alistair, and what a busy show. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Street, swing in London, Charing Cross, Trafalgar Square, swing in London, everywhere it's in the air, swing in London, Lambeth Walk and Battersea, Hammersmith on ITV, Humperdinck on BBC, going on and on, day and night long, swinging London, ding dong, ding dong. bars and restaurants. Swing in London, striptease joints, casino pubs. Swing in London, bingo halls and playboy clubs. Swing in London, swing in London. Northern, east and south and west. Party spot is still the best. Whiny Scotland never rest. Going down and down, day and night long. Swing in London, swing in London. Ding dong, ding dong, dong ding ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
There we go. Swing in London, guys. A Hazy Osterwald jet set, of course, as if you needed to know. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Listen, I know Jonathan winds people up the wrong way, and I know that he's been thoroughly unpleasant, racist, obnoxious, hateful,
misogynistic,
libelous, threatening. And I've just had a couple of people going, I'm glad he feels like that. And I read one of the people who's, it's someone who describes themselves as a lefty libtard and fighting depression. I just kind of think, okay, right, how you know what the torture is like, of that. And sure, you can be angry for all of the horrendous things that Jonathan has done. I'm aware of some of them. Okay, I'm aware of some of the really mean things. Unpleasant, vile, hateful things he's done, right? But I can still feel sympathy and empathy for him. I wouldn't. This guy's going, that's karma. I wouldn't wish that kind of karma on anybody. So I've just blocked a couple of people for kind of doing snidey comments about him. And I'll tell you why I've blocked you, right? It's not in any way me saying he's better than you. Or what I'm saying is that phone call, when I take phone calls like that, it's a real emotional investment on my part, right? It's not just me being a radio host and talking to someone and thinking, right, we got the next call coming up. It's not at all. When I talk to someone who is in a darker place like that, I'm invested in it emotionally because I don't want him to kill himself. I don't want him to hurt anybody else. I certainly don't want him to kill himself. And I'm scratching my head as to what I can say that will, at the very least, not nudge him in the right direction. I'm aware that with just the wrong combination of words, I could have left him feeling worse than when he started that phone conversation. That might just be the thing that makes someone go, do you know what? I'm going to do something stupid now. That's the very worst that could happen, and it's a real possibility when someone is as fragile as that. The very best, I'm hoping I can kind of nudge him, 1-2 degrees in the other direction. I think I probably have very little impact there whatsoever, and that's fine as well. But it's emotionally exhausting to take a phone call like that. I find it really tiring and upsetting, right? So to then have a couple of people go, well, he's going off to Mars or something, or why at me in, this guy, it's karma for all the mean things he's done. Why at me in that? Why include me in that conversation? Because I'm so emotionally invested in that. I see that as meanness, and I see that, and I know it's not, but I take it personally. And I take it as a real judgment on my abilities as a presenter and abilities as a human being. So I've just blocked a couple of people, one of whom I think I'd blocked before for saying something about Jonathan. And I think she got in touch, and she phoned up, actually. If it's who I'm thinking of, and said, why have you blocked me? And I've done it to protect myself because I have to. Right, I have to. Those comments I felt were, particularly the gentleman's, the lady not so much so, but I still thought it was unnecessary to at me in taking a snipe at someone when I had, given so much of myself And I can't just snap back from a phone call like that and go, hey, whoa, shitty Beatles Trivial Pursuit. I can't do it. I sort of can, but there's still part of me that is out there worrying about Jonathan. So to then just get snidey comments, you know, and it's karma. I'm glad it's karma. Well, first of all, here's the thing. You don't understand karma. Karma doesn't happen in the same lifetime. Karma is over centuries and over lifetimes. Okay, so no, it's not. And that annoys me as well. But it's just mean, and it's just sniping. And if you claim to suffer from depression, why are you sniping like that? Sure, if you feel a certain glee about someone else's suffering, I'm not going to judge you for that. I've felt glee and satisfaction and other people's suffering, but I wouldn't go on a public forum necessarily, cue lots of people finding old posts from me which displaying glee. I certainly wouldn't at someone who had obviously been, it's the only phrase I can think, who had been obviously Right, Janie, you're doing it again now. You're doing it in YouTube. I've been blocked. I'm not glad he feels the way I do. There's a lot went on that Ian's unaware of. Fine. Do you know what? I'm blocking you on YouTube as well because why? All right. Okay, fine. There's a lot that I am aware of. And I'm also aware that a load of people, including, I think, this person, Janie, he constantly emailed me, tweeted me or DM'd me or whatever, stuff that he'd done. I don't care. I don't care. I judge all of my callers on the way they interact with me on the phone and in emails and tweets. That's it. That is it, right? So just piss off. Piss off, the lot of you. Oh, piss off. Because it really, really annoys me, right? It really annoys me. I've invested so much in that phone call, right, trying to show a little bit of humanity, and you're all playing your stupid little things, and you're trying to involve me in it. Piss off. Just can't be bothered with it, Janie. Can't be bothered with it, right? I've made the decision that I have made, okay? And just go away. Go away. Don't judge me for anything. I'm really annoyed now. Let's go to the adverts.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
03444991000 is the telephone number. Let's go to the Beatles Trivial Pursuit cards. Let's pick one at random. Let's see what we've got. This is what a waste of money this was. Which Beatle played the part of an army major in the Magical Mystery Tour scene with the sergeant? Oh, that's a good question.
I'm going to say Paul.
I'm going to say John. It was Paul. On what two songs on the White Album did Ringo sing lead?
Oh, man.
One of them has the great line, "You were in a car crash and you lost your hair." Don't pass me by. And now's the time to say goodnight. Do you know that song?
No.
You don't know Goodnight by the Beatles? Now's the time to say... Oh, you don't know...
Still don't know it after that rendition.
Oh, no! How can you not know? I've got to be careful, right? Because when I stream Beatles songs on here, the video doesn't stay on YouTube. So, Matthew, can you mute the sound on this, right, for this bit? I won't do it all. You don't know Goodnight? Oh, it's... Listen to this. Listen to this. Here we go. This is the Beatles. Oh, it's brilliant.
Say goodnight, goodnight, sleep tight. Now the sun turns out his...
Oh, it's brilliant. So over the top. The fact that they got a full orchestra for a Ringo song, it's brilliant. Okay, who told Pete Best he was no longer a Beatle?
Epstein.
Yeah, did it the cowardly way. In Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, what type of pies are eaten by Rockin' Horse people?
Marshmallow pies.
What name did John give to the New York Philharmonic Orchestra string musicians who played on his Imagine album?
The band?
No, it would, it was either Elephant's Memory or the Ono Band. I'm going to say the Ono Band. Oh, the Flux Fiddlers. Which Beatle plays a natural blonde wood finish Epiphone hollow body electric guitar in Let It Be? I know this one. It's one of the Beatles. Give you a clue, it's one of the Beatles.
Yeah, I know. Is it George?
It's John. It's a beautiful guitar. It's a beautiful guitar. Right, he's been waiting for ages, and for that I can only apologise. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rainbow George. Good evening, George!
Good evening, Ian. Catherine.
How are you feeling, George? We are just days away from the big event this Saturday at the MAP in Camden. It's not the Soho Theatre, as some losers are claiming. It's the MAP in Camden this Saturday, 7 o'clock. I'm going to be there, Dredge is going to be there, and Rainbow George is going to be there.
And Catherine's not going to be there?
I don't know. Honestly...
Catherine has a life.
No, honestly, this is what's happening. We've had a death in the family, and I'm waiting to find out about the funeral. So that's why I can't really commit to anything for the next week or so.
That's a pretty good excuse. It's not an excuse. Yeah.
That's why I can't say where I'll be.
But you're Ian's enchantress. He's the Wizard of Wonders.
So you know I'll be there, if only in spirit.
She's the brains of this organisation, I'm afraid, George. She's the one that's pumping the gas into the engine. I'm sorry for your loss.
I know
it's been a tough time.
I know you are.
I used to be born on the same day as Cliff Richard, but he changed his birth date from the 13th of October 1940. He changed it to the 14th of October. I don't know why.
Hang on a minute. I thought you were going to say that he changed it by about 5 years, but no, he changed it by a day.
Yeah, well, he was born in India, so I don't know if the difference in the two times might have made.
Well, hang on a minute. Greg. So India is east, of course. So India is ahead of us. So if anything, if one were to change it, which would be a weird thing to do anyway, you'd go back a day, wouldn't you? Instead of forward a day. So you'd go from the 13th to the 12th.
I suppose so. It's a mystery. Maybe someone could find out.
Well, hopefully this will all come out in the court case next week.
I doubt it.
I doubt it as well. But that's a strange old thing, because you do. I do. What was it? There's a brilliant programme on at the moment, George. It's on Tuesday nights on ITV called Last Laugh in Vegas, and it's a load of old comics, like people like Cannon and Ball and Bernie Clifton and who's that singer, the arrogant one.
Jess Conrad.
Jess Conrad.
He talks about himself in the third person.
He talks about himself in the third person, yeah. And they go to Las Vegas to do like a show to see if they can make it. And Bobby Crush was on there. And Bobby Crush said, I'm 64 and I've got a bus pass. You don't get a bus pass till you're 65, do you?
I don't know.
I think so. He's mixed up his showbiz age with his real age.
You reckon?
I'm pretty sure of it. Anyway, how are preparations going for Saturday, George?
It looks pretty brilliant. I mean, it's not a big venue, and if people want to come along, they better book a ticket quickly because. But it's going to be special. We're going to start off making a film called Scoring Goals, and so everyone there will be in the opening scenes of the film, and it's all a bit dreamy for me, but I'm really looking forward to it. And can I put in a Beatles trivia question?
Yeah, go on.
A track they recorded, not many people have probably heard it. It was the Hare Krishna mantra.
Yes.
And they exchanged Hare Krishna for Harry Pinsker. So my trivia question is, who is Harry Pinsker? Pinsker.
Wait, hang on a minute. When did they do this?
Must have been back in the 60s.
Well, can you narrow it? I know it's the 60s.
No, so if you just Google Beatles Harry Pinsker, it should come up. It was. Does it come up?
I'm googling it. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Do you know what? It does. Hang on a second. I guessed it would be around. Here we go. Let's have a little listen. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at this. They did it kind of in concert. Hang on a second. Let's see if this plays. He's right. This is On the Rooftop, 1969.
Was it?
I'm so amazed by all... I think I know the Beatles, and all the Beatles stuff I've not heard yet. Who is Harry Pinsker?
You want me to answer that?
Yes, I want you to answer it.
Harry Pinsker's a relative of mine, and he was the Beatles' accountant.
Hang on a minute. Every time he calls, he just drops in a little thing. So, hang on. You are related to the Beatles' accountant?
Harry Pinsker, yes. Harry Pinsker used to go out with one of my half-sisters, but Harry Pinsker married somebody else, and my half-sister married somebody else. And one of Harry Pinsker's 3 daughters married one of my sister's sons.
Oh, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that funny?
That's like something from a Mexican novel.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Well, it's a story, but Saturday is the big story. Saturday, the launch of the party to end all political parties and lead us to a world of wonders.
Here's a question I have to ask, George. For my own safety, if I come on Saturday, it's not going to turn into one of them sex parties, is it?
No.
That's a shame. Never mind.
No,
I'll still come, but disappointed.
What about if he starts it?
It's going to be mainly music, and there will be a band formed on the evening who will record a version of one of 3 songs that different Wonder Party bands are working on. One of those songs, I'd love you to play it, actually, is called You People, by a guy called Ben Reel, R-E-E-L. Does that come up?
Hang on a minute. I've got YouTube again. My computer's going slow. What's it called? You People by who?
Ben Reel, R-E-E-L. He's a singer-songwriter from Northern Ireland.
It does, but they all look like they're going to be. Here we go. Let's have a look. Let's have a little listen. Here we go. Oh, skanking.
It's plain to see that you're an awful shot.
He sounds a bit like Jim Diamond, doesn't he?
Or the Sting.
Yeah.
You people
Sting, yeah.
To whom have given too much.
He sounds like Sting.
Do you remember when Sting used to sing like a Jamaican?
Yeah.
Aspiring to lovers from some lofty towers. The clocks are ticking towards your final hours. We don't trust you. We don't want you. We don't need you anymore. So we're making you redundant. We're showing you the door. We don't trust you. We don't want you. We don't need you anymore.
Hang on a minute. Is that you, George, watching this being recorded?
Oh, probably, yes.
There we go. Look, there you are. Look at that.
So we're making you redundant. We're showing you the door. We're so shabby blowing on your...
I'm going to be honest. Reggae's not my thing. Reggae's not my thing.
but it's what the song is saying.
Yes, it's the word. The message of the song is thoroughly applaudable. I would have preferred a nice pop song.
It's a bit Maroon 5, isn't it?
No, it's not Maroon 5. Maroon 5 do the song about the secret smile. Is that them?
No, they don't.
Who did that?
Is it Star Sailor or someone
No,
like
it's
that?
not Star Sailor. You know what the secret smile is?
Of course I do. I think I was the one that told you.
Shut up, man. I'm woke. So hang on. So what? So is this song's being played on Saturday?
Different Wonder Party bands will be doing their own versions of that song.
Okay.
And the other one you played the other night.
Yeah. Okay.
And the third one as well. So it's go on, don't spoil me. Look at the third song.
Oh, flipping heck, George. All right, go on. What is the third song?
By the way, Semisonic was the one about the secret.
Was it?
Smile,
Okay.
The trouser smile.
Yeah. No, it's a vagina. All right, mate.
I don't know whether that's true. I just told you
No, it's true. It's true. Please be quiet. I'm trying to listen to George. He's trying to change the world, and you're talking about fannies.
Yeah, the song is called "We Are the Music Makers," and that was Ben Reel as well.
I know that song. I am the music man. I come from down your way, and I can play. What can you play?
No,
Pia,
not
pia,
that one.
pia. No, okay. It's not that one. That's a shame.
"We Are the Music Makers" was recorded at the same venue that we're going to be at on Saturday.
Here we go. This is more like it.
We are the music makers. We are the dreamers of dreams. We are the movers and shakers of the world forever it seems. We are the movers and shakers, dreamers of dreams. We are.
There we go. Well, we'll be singing along to that. We are.
Good.
We are. Hey, George, listen, I got to go. I will speak to you later in the week, and I'll see you on Saturday.
All the best.
Cheers, my dears. Ta-ta, ta-ta. I really think this is going to turn into a sex party.
I'm not coming.
Well, you...
No.
You won't...
No.
Well, you say you're not coming.
No. Don't.
You might
Be
not have a
respectful.
choice.
I always have a choice.
Good to the thing.
The wild man of late night radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I'm actually... here's the thing. I am going on Saturday, but I've had to postpone... almost indefinitely, one of the most important chats I'm supposed to be having in my life. I'm supposed to be having that chat Saturday night, and I've had to go. Really sorry, I can't. I can't.
Hanging out with
Rainbow George. So, me going to see this thing sets back my life by about 6 months in terms of what my future is going to be, into where I'm going to live and stuff. And but I'm prepared to do that. I'm prepared to do that, guys, for a little bit of something. Hey, look, it's that Uno cheat, the Uno hustler. Oh, I've never played Uno before in my life, and then he destroys it.
You're going to have to explain it to me, guys.
I don't know how to play it. Oh, have I won? Oh,
you called it Uno, just to rub it in.
Well, it's Alistair.
Dada.
Dada.
Yeah, all right.
Dada.
Just a noise.
Dada. He don't care. He's not sobered up since his win. He's living the high life.
How does it feel, Alistair? How does it feel?
Oh, I'm still, basking in the glory here.
You're basking in my fist in a minute.
The full 3 days.
Yeah.
It's a festival.
Well done. For those who don't know, we played Uno on Friday night. Interactive Uno.
Alistair made out he'd never played it before.
He was watching us. He was on YouTube. We had it. He didn't have Uno cards. We had the cards, and it was.
We had to help him. He won.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun there.
I did need the help, though.
Well, you clearly didn't, Alistair.
People like you make me sick, Alistair. You're one of the Brexit.
Do you know
boys.
what? You make me want to give up Uno forever. What's the point? What's the point, man?
What's the flipping? What's the flipping point?
Terrible,
isn't it? Though. Anyway, buddy, we can put this behind us.
We're happy for you, honest.
We're having great times. We're having some great times.
It's been a roller coaster of a show tonight.
Isn't it? Ups, downs, all over the place, left, right. You know, but you know,
That's all the direction.
We're not even really talked about a lot of the stuff. Not talked about the.
Well, I was going to raise a couple of things that you mentioned earlier.
Go on then.
You know the docudrama thing.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Well, I've got a couple. One's a really sort of uplifting one, which is on TV at the moment, which is called Escape to the Chateau.
What?
Which I don't know if it's on Channel 4.
Yeah.
And it's you know that engineer guy who's been on loads of things who works things out. Is very clever. He's got a big, massive moustache.
Wilf Lunn.
I don't know his name. I can't remember his name. It's not that. But him and his wife bought this rundown chateau in France, and there's been 3 series of it so far, and just showing him and her how they're doing up and everything, and it's really good. And they've got 2 little kids.
So there's a fellow with a moustache buying a house in France, and it's taken him 3 series to do it up.
Well, you need a lot of work.
Big house in it.
Yeah, I suppose if the TV company are paying for it as well, you drag it out, don't you?
Well, actually, yes. I think that's how he's funding it, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. God, I can't think of anyone that's got a moustache.
He used to be on... Oh, what did he used to be on? My memory's terrible these days.
It doesn't matter, I don't really care.
No. Anyway, some rich bloke, we watch him have a nice time in France.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
he's
it.
Not rich, but he's
got a castle.
Because actually, the purchase price of the chateau wasn't that much. Because I think they're sort of 10 a penny over there, but it's in a really nice spot. I would recommend you just watch 10 minutes to see if it takes your fancy.
Simply because it's you telling me about this, Alistair, I'm going to ignore that suggestion.
Okay, fair enough.
So bitter.
He took that well, didn't he? He took that. Okay, fine. All right, stuff you, losers.
The other one is a bit sad, really.
Yeah.
It's not actually a television series. It's a film documentary. Called Dreams of a Life.
Oh.
And it's about this woman called Joyce Vincent.
Yes.
Who died but wasn't discovered until 3 years afterwards.
Oh.
And these filmmakers heard about this, and they tried to find some people that had known her.
I've heard of this film, yeah, go on, I know.
And they actually put an advert in the paper, and they got some people to sort of contact them, and the film talks about, it interviews all these people about most of them, of course, had very little contact in terms of any relationship, but they did sort of say, oh, she did this and she did that, but the whole film is really well done, and it's kind of sad but moving at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah, I do. Won't be suggesting that one to Jonathan. I don't think that will go down too well.
No, it was very sad to hear him how he was. I used to be a mental health social worker, so I kind of I used to sort of section people in the day.
Wowzers!
So it was really difficult to sort of work with people that
when you
are really down.
When you sectioned people.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple of people on here, including Gail Porter, who have been sectioned. It sounds like such it's still in my head, has the image of straitjackets and the men in white coats coming to take you away. That was always
being loaded into a van.
You're being loaded into a van with the padded cell at the back. That must have been a stressful gig, Alistair.
Oh yeah. Well, eventually it led to me going off work sick and sort of early retirement, really. But yes, I mean, it's a horrible word as well.
Yeah.
Sectioned. I mean, it sounds like someone cutting through a brain, which is horrible.
Yeah.
But it just relates to the actual bit in the mental health bill, which sort of, calls it that.
You must have, and I'm not prying at all. I'm a little bit, but not massively. You must have seen some, some people at some pretty low points in their life, and you're right. That I can imagine that would be very stressful on you. Seeing it.
I think so. I think it's more difficult for the people who do that these days, because often they see people that they feel should be in a protected environment, such as a hospital, but there aren't as many beds as when I was doing it.
Oh.
So they have to, and sometimes they know people who probably could do with a lot of input, but they know that they won't get it. So they section them because that's the only way they're going to get any input at all, which is like daft.
Well, it's terrible, the cuts all across the NHS, but certainly the mental health cuts are criminal, I think, and shameful. But yet you're well. Okay, I'll let you off being a hustler then, and a hustler as you've seen, you've obviously been traumatised by some of the dark things you've seen, and you can't help but deceive and manipulate good, honest souls like mine, and I forgot your name. Sorry,
Caroline,
and the lady here. So we'll let you off that, Alistair. We'll let you off.
All right.
Hey, listen, man.
Now,
thanks.
the only other thing to say is, just very quickly, you mentioned crowdfunding.
Yes.
Now, I have actually donated to a film that was made.
Oh, yeah.
Under the crowdfunding umbrella by the main producer was George Galloway.
Oh!
And he did the killings of Tony Blair.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah, he had a bus and everything.
Now, he promised that everyone who donated would be listed as a producer.
Uh-oh.
He didn't keep that promise. I was not on the list.
Well, hang on a minute. So was everyone else was on the list but not you?
Well, I'm sure there was a lot missed off. Presumably they realised that if we have everyone on this list, then the end credits are going to go on and on.
No, the way you do that is you do it really tiny. If it's 100, you just do really tiny type and you do it fast, and everyone buys the DVD.
They didn't do it. No,
this is the next big scandal, and we need to out George Galloway as the fraud that he clearly is. I'm just reminded, of course, that I've given money to a crowdfunded film, a documentary about Frank Sidebottom that is nearing completion. So I don't know. Funny enough, you were saying that. I was just thinking before you said that. Sometimes I listen right to everything that everyone says, but sometimes my mind sort of I can have 2 or 3 or 4 because I'm brilliant thoughts going on at the same time. So I was listening to what you were saying, and also at the same time I was thinking that crowdfunding idea. I don't think I can be bothered. Isn't that funny? I just said, before you even got onto the crowdfunding, when you were talking about the sectioning and things, thinking that crowdfunding idea, I don't think I can be bothered. Seems like a real faff. Anyway, so we'll see. Alistair, thanks very much.
Cheers, bye.
Cheers, my dears. Ta-ta. 03444 991,000 is the telephone number. For the first time this evening, we have what's Simon in New Forest? We have no calls, so now will be a great time to call. This is Talk Radio.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Man alive. So we haven't got any phone calls for the first time tonight, and that is fine and dandy. Just blocking Simon Booth. That's blocking people. So 03444991000. Paul Ross will be on at 1 o'clock if you want to stick around, listen to him between 1 and 5. This is the Late Night Alternative. Don't forget, guys, of course, we have a podcast that you can get on iTunes, and you can also get from your usual podcast providers. Like, subscribe, and share is all great. I was gently teasing Catherine this weekend. We were texting each other, and I gently teased her by saying, you should buy a PS4, right? Thinking, oh, she won't buy a PS4, right? And then like an hour later, she texted me, I bought one. You bought one?
Yeah, I fancied one.
But I can't remember what brought it on. You say you were bored or something?
No, well, the girls are off school, and it's been raining, and I fancied one. and I had a little bit of money put away, and I've realised that life is too short. So I'm in that kind of hinterland where someone, the death in the family has kind of provoked me to go, do you know what? Balls to it. Let's just do it.
Let's splash out. Let's get a PS4.
It's not made me feel any better.
No, you haven't got it yet.
But it hasn't arrived yet.
It comes tomorrow. What time's it come tomorrow?
Don't know.
Right, and what's your username?
I haven't decided yet.
Okay. And I'm going to beat you at loads of games. You've bought Overwatch. She's got Overwatch.
I'm going to train up, right? This is my next plan.
Button
I'm going to train up to get really good at everything.
Right.
And I've got one of them headphones with like microphones on it, so I can sledge you.
Okay. So you've got Overwatch, which is a fast-paced shooter.
Yeah.
You've bought Monopoly.
Dean on YouTube has been sexist. Do you need anyone to connect all the wires? No. And I fixed my own scooter. I think I can manage a PlayStation.
Well, hang on a minute, mate. You didn't fix your own scooter at all.
I recharged the battery.
No. You didn't fix your own scooter. You had to pay a man to come and take it away.
Well, because it's not the battery. But I did take the battery out and charge it.
And I told you it wasn't the battery. I told you you're wasting your time.
Well, you didn't.
So Monopoly, we're going to play.
Yeah, we're going to play. I'm going to beat you. And
Overwatch. You should get FIFA.
I'm not getting FIFA.
Yeah, FIFA.
I could have got a thing with FIFA as the throw-in game. I was like, no, I'm not having a football game.
You should have got FIFA.
No, balls to that. Literally.
I think we can play, because I've got SingStar as well.
Yeah.
I think we can play that remotely.
Competitive SingStar.
Competitive SingStar.
I'll beat you on that.
Okay, fine.
Can you have other songs? Can you upload other songs on?
You've got to buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, because they're a bit old-fashioned.
There's stuff on there like Bare Naked Ladies, and there's loads of stuff on there.
Right.
Good evening, Dave.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, Kath.
Do you know what? I got all excited last night listening to Howard Hughes, because he had Christian Dion.
Oh God, that's so good.
Now,
did you hear Kyle?
I heard Kyle. Now, Kyle, I think you're going to move to America.
They were all moving to America last night, weren't they?
Now, and I got excited because Howard went, now we've got Dave on the line. And I thought, I remember I was walking towards the sink, about 3 paces away from the bed. And I was thinking, this is going to be good. But it wasn't you, Dave, because I would have loved to have heard you, because I get the impression, Dave, we've spoken before, haven't we?
No, I'm a first-time caller.
Okay. Well, just
it's
from
quite
this...
a popular name.
A popular voice.
Well, I get the feeling that you, just from having spoken to you for the last 25 seconds, that you are a sceptic when it comes to liars and cheaters and blackguards.
Oh, no, I'm fully into them.
Oh, in that case...
Right up my street.
Oh, in that case...
He's a mystic.
Right up my street.
Love me a blackguard.
Love me a blackguard.
That's quite offensive, mate.
Kath, I just wanted to say that I'm very sorry to hear about the death in your family.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. I know, and there's you mocking.
Where's it? I'm worried he's going to come out with a zinger on the back of something really inappropriate.
Here we go.
Here we go, Dave.
And it's reminded me...
Here we go. Really? I mean...
No.
We've not even had the funeral yet, but go on. If you're feeling confident about this, press on.
Dave, be careful.
Something I was thinking of ringing in about, right?
Yes.
Is I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, God.
So people sometimes think they know me.
Yes.
But they don't. But I lost my dad, actually, when I was only 3 years old. I've got no memory of him whatsoever.
Okay, now I don't know how much of this I'm supposed to believe.
This is complete truth.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the only thing that I possess that belongs to my dad is, and bear in mind, I'm 44, he died when I was 3, so he died in like the 70s.
Everyone's feeling really on edge and uncomfortable at this call.
It's a full-length sheepskin coat.
Shut up, man.
No, it's the only thing.
Shut up, that is not the only thing you possess from your dad.
No, actually, I do possess also a few, like, football badges of different football teams.
Because that sheepskin coat, if that is at least 41 years old, that is going to stink to high heaven.
No, it doesn't. It's been dry cleaned. And my cousin actually tried to iron it and left quite a nasty iron mark in it. But anyway.
Yes.
That's going to be... I feel sorry for your loss, Kath, right? But, so, this this sheepskin jacket has been in my wardrobe for years.
Yes.
And, of course, full-length sheepskin jackets aren't quite the fashion item that they were in 1977.
They're not the fashion item
Or
anymore.
1992. They did have a bit of a resurgence when I was a kid.
They did, didn't they? Yeah, they did.
But
yes,
tonight I thought, blow it. I'm going to go out and I'm going to wear this full-length sheepskin jacket. So I went to play badminton.
Oh, God.
I got a few funny looks.
Yeah.
Went to the pub, had a shower after badminton, went to the pub in it afterwards.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I felt like $1 million, and I thought, I don't give a toss what anybody else thinks. This is my dad's jacket, and it's the first time I've worn it out on the street, and I felt amazing. So, Kath, I'm very sorry for your loss, but somehow I've connected that to me wearing my dad's sheepskin jacket.
I'm glad that you got something positive from it.
Can Kath borrow your sheepskin?
No, honestly, it's fine.
Coat?
For the funeral?
Gee whiz. Gee whiz. You people make me sick.
I'm only laughing because sometimes we laugh when things get so uncomfortable. I'm laughing out of fear, is what I'm laughing at. I'm actually laughing out of pure fear.
And I'm just staggered.
Oh, Chris is listening. Chris, hello, Chris. I'll see you on Sunday. Chris is married to Jenny McAlpine, and we are doing The Chase. Come in, Paul, come in. We're filming an episode of The Chase on Sunday. And it's one of those things, you know, those jobs, Paul, where you think, oh, that's miles away. I'm not even going to think about it. And then suddenly it's like 6 days away. It's
looming. Yeah.
It's looming with the chase. It's a long day. Got to be there.
You look nervous, I must say.
I'm nervous
you don't
about
look
it.
confident at all.
Got to be there at 10:30 and don't finish till 4:30.
Last time we did a game show, it all got a bit racist, didn't it?
It did get a little bit racist. Me and Cheggers got a bit racist. We didn't get racist. We said something that many people perceived as racism. It was not meant. We didn't go on there to be racist.
When you go on, don't be racist.
Okay. Memo to self: avoid racism.
God, I'm going to do it.
Do you know who your chaser's going to be? I want you to for the day.
No, don't know yet. Don't know yet.
Because I had the Beast who fell apart on soap questions.
Oh, right.
And Bradley Walsh was saying they're a bit like a Rubik Cube, those guys. If they get something slightly wrong, he really had a wobble. Yeah.
Oh. I must admit, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I had a chat with the producers, the pre-show. You know, what do you want to plug? What do is this true? Is this true?
And by the way, Ian, don't be racist.
Right on your hand.
And they did say, look. I'm not saying we're going to go easy on you, but we want you to win lots of money for charity. So I'm going to say some categories, and I want you to rank them 1 to 5 on how confident you are. So she's going.
This is like a TV payola scandal,
isn't it? She goes,
transparent.
Richard and Judy all over again. The phone scandal.
Politics. I went to.
Yeah.
Pop music, I went, right, if it's the Beach Boys or the Monkees, it's a 5. Anything else, it's probably a 4. And I went round ranking...
Oh, that's brilliant.
Ranking myself off down the phone. It's outrageous. Anyway, Paul Ross is on at 1 o'clock. What is coming up on your show tonight,
I'm
Paul?
really looking forward to it tonight. It's been a few days in preparation. We're going to be finding out on the show today why whales are so big. And it's not why you think. It's nothing to do with the support of salt water.
Yeah.
We're also talking to the man who's running a gym. It's the hottest thing on the west coast of America, in Los Angeles, of course. It's also the coldest thing. People pay $300 a month to go inside tanks of frozen nitrogen that go down as low as minus 180 degrees Celsius. Fact. They're in there for 3 minutes and they survive. And apparently rejuvenates your body.
Oh, I love that.
And finally...
Yeah.
This time next year, sex bots available in the UK. We are going again to the States for the man who believes he has the perfect companion for everybody. Not so much one size fits all. You build a robot to your own requirements. You can have them slightly more passive, slightly more, shall we say, assertive.
Yeah.
And they're on the way.
We've interviewed a sex bot on this show. Was it Amanda? Was that the sex bot? Samantha. Sex bot where...
Did you get the job?
The fella let his little kiddie play with her.
She had a family mode where she would just tell bad jokes, but then if you stroked her hand, she got frisky.
You couldn't go straight in. You had to stroke the hand and then there's
to woo her.
There's a fella in Glasgow. This is recent, like the last couple of months. He might have closed it down. Who opened a sex robot brothel.
Well, you say that, we only had one.
Yeah. Well, you can take it. You can take it out.
Kath's face is a rictus of disapproval and fear
Thinking of his draining board.
We did have that interview on a few weeks back with the guy who had 4 or 5 sex dolls that didn't move or speak, but he lived with them as his family.
Yeah.
And he was very much, I would say, a unique individual.
I'm going to say it. They're all deviants. They're all perverts. They're all dirty.
Well, at least
the robots are the people.
At least they found a hobby.
Well, when the robots become dirty devils, that's when I'm going to be interested in. So if you want some mucky fun.
And some whale action, and some minus 108 degrees Celsius in a nitrogen tank.
I like the minus. When I get a migraine, that's the only thing that will get rid of the migraine. Is I have to go and sit in the car and turn the air conditioning on to full blast.
Because there's obviously something happening in our culture. Because at the weekend, I think it's Sunday Times yesterday, their Part 2 supplement had all these people, not just athletes, who immerse themselves routinely in baths of ice water.
Yeah.
But apparently, it really does give you, I suppose, the relief is when you get out. But it gives you a kind of zing and a spring in your step.
I don't want a zing or a spring. I'm too old for that.
You might on Sunday, eh? A little outrun a chaser.
God, I'm terrified. Paul, thank you very much. Paul Ross will be here at 1 o'clock, right through till 5 o'clock. Catherine Boyle, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We will be back tonight at 10 o'clock. And, we didn't get to talk about passports. I forgot to mention that. Right, we'll do that tonight at 10. There we go. Until then, from us, ta-ta. But coming up next is Paul Ross.